Hello. Welcome to the Farcasters podcast, everyone. Bubba Boosh.
Bubba.
Bubba Boosh. Bubba Boosh.
Hey.
Watch this. Ready?
Alright, here we go.
Ready? Ready? Put your game face on. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Gasp.
That's my game face. Not good? Okay.
It's okay.
On
I
a
give
scale
it-
8F?
I give it a a B. Solid B.
I'll take that.
Yeah. How you guys doing?
Let me see.
Doing all right. How about you?
Doing all right. How about you?
I'm doing alright. How about you? Sorry, I just want to be part of the... Oh.
The How About You crew?
I just want to be part of the podcast. I don't know. It's kind of cool or whatever.
That's
We're
what a
the doing all
podcast is all
right.
about. It's just about parroting each other's speech and opinions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you guys would never do that about
Like, you
my
know how
opinion.
like sometimes podcasts are just
never.
echo chambers. Like, this is taken to the nth degree of just like we're so much of an echo chamber. We're literally just echoing everything we say.
Like everything we say.
Like everything we say.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Oh my god, we're so
Oh
in
my
unison.
god, we're so in unison.
Oh my
All right,
god.
this
You guys
bit,
finished mine.
Yeah, we're
this bit has run dry very quickly. Like about 5 seconds in, the bit was like, all right, just
Just move
I
on.
don't know.
kill
I
it.
just want to be part of it. I'm happy I was.
There's an invisible producer over there that's just going like,
Stop.
Shut up and podcast now.
Stamp it. But
We
yeah,
gotta restart, bro.
I saw a few people questioning in the pre-show that, you know, why is it on Karada's channel today? We've been doing this thing where it's like for the past week we've been doing it on our individual channels just to get the word out, because we've been noticing that not a lot of people are finding the main Farcasters channel. So, you know, we're just doing it on our individual channels for like 3 weeks. So first week was me, and then this week is Karada, and next week will be Forrest. Just so that you guys know that, hey, the main Farcasters channel is on twitch.tv/Farcasters podcast. So you can just do the exclamation point exclamation point podcast command in Karada's chat if you would like to, you know, see that. And we'll go live
Hey.
on Sundays. So yeah, how's that for cross marketing promotion?
Gasp.
Right? It's like I work in
I give it a
marketing or
B.
something. Oh.
I gave it a B.
All right. I'm leaving the bit alone. I'll leave it.
B for best.
Oh yeah. The best. You know
Best.
it.
Yeah. All right.
Alright.
So let's get into our weeks. Let's start with you, Forrest, since you were feeling pretty tired. So why don't we get those brain juices flowing?
Dang, of course you wanted to start with me.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I wonder.
I
I'll go
told you.
first.
I
Nope.
told you before the show began. I was like, we're gonna start with
I
you
know,
to wake you up.
but then I was also like, please don't. I'm so tired.
I mean, do you want to? We can start with me.
No, yeah, let's start with you.
Okay. See, this is what happens. I'm voluntolding myself. I think this is actually the first time I've started off, because usually we start with Karada.
Yeah.
But I mean, my past week has been, I don't know, has it been eventful? I got a haircut. That's pretty eventful, isn't it?
Looks
Hey, you
pretty
look
good.
hot.
I lost some of
Yeah.
my power because I've lost some of my hair. I'm like what's that? What's that?
Samson.
Amson.
Samson.
Yeah. There we go. Thanks you for. I didn't even
I
get
know.
into the query, but then you like
I already
instantly
know.
knew.
I already
Yeah.
know, bro.
Yeah.
Because I feel the same way. I get sick after I get a haircut. I'm like, what
Yeah.
happened?
I've been streaming more GU.
Mhm.
For like Mondays through Thursdays though, I've been trying to lay back on the streaming a bit to take care of myself more, because my health has been declining, but not in like, it's not like rapidly declining.
He died, guys. He died.
It's like, yeah, no, it's more of like I need to take better care of myself and like my sleep. So
That's good.
I've been trying to stream less on
Mhm.
weeknights, so that, you know, I'm not waking up the following morning as a zombie and literally falling asleep under my desk at my office.
You would never do that.
No, I would
Yeah.
never do that.
You
Never.
you went
The way-
really hard.
The
For
way
what?
the way my desk is configured in relation to like the chair, I mean the door into my office is like you wouldn't be able to tell if I was sleeping under my desk. So it's like if I just turn off the lights, then just like ew, under my desk,
Yeah, just curl up.
no one would know. I've done that before. I've done it like numerous times. People don't bother me.
It's
My
like,
lights
where-
off. Where's Tim? I don't know. He probably went out to lunch.
Probably.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
Somebody
I mean,
happens to
who
walk
would-
into the.
You know,
into
some
your
people,
office and
like-
go, oh, hey.
Here's a
You mind if I
here's a
snuggle up
tip.
next?
Here's a little tip for you guys if you ever get like a job that's in an office is you don't want to park closest to the office building if your intent is to like take naps during the day. No. You want to park where the sun is not directly in line of sight of your windows so that by the time you get out to your car during lunchtime, you can just like sleep in there. Like under a tree or a nice canopy or something.
Oh,
That's where you want to
yeah.
go. Hmm.
You've really put thought
There's
into it.
a lot of people at my office who sleep in their cars during lunch. It's not weird at all. It's not weird. You're just walking down the parking lot and you just like if you just look into someone's car and look at their backseat, there's just a body there. Just
Can
like
you use your canopy? I mean, can you use your car as a canopy and just sleep under your car? That would provide shade.
I've got a
protection
pretty
from the
low
elements.
riding car. So I'm not sure if I'd be able to fit
Oh.
under my car, but like I mean under someone's like truck, maybe.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's like you
Um,
just wake up by like the sensation
The
of like a
muffler or
liquid,
some
just like
crap.
yeah, or like oil just dripping on your face, like
Oh, ugh, never mind. I would hate that even more.
yeah.
It's just kind of like common knowledge that a lot of people sleep at your office. So it's like if you're
Yeah.
about to go on lunch, someone's like, "Oh, you want my blanket? You want my pillow?"
I mean,
about to go on
like,
lunch.
well,
Alright.
no, because everyone brings their own. Like, no one would dare steal someone else's because they need it for themselves.
Yeah, dude,
That's
it's
fair.
freaking nap time for us. I wouldn't
Mhm.
even think that.
Like,
No,
they need
that's what
to.
we
We
used to
take
do
that
at
seriously.
school.
This is professional nap time.
One of
No,
two
that's-
things. One of two things needs to happen in this
Mm.
country. We need to either normalize the 4-day work week, or normalize nap times for adults.
That'd be really nice.
Yes, please. Just a
We-
half hour in the middle of the day. Just fucking go into your cubicle and just like go mummify.
Well, that's what we used to do at school. We wouldn't have like actual nap times, but the teachers would leave you alone if like they knew that, or like you told them that like, oh, I have a free block right now and I'm caught up on work.
Hmm.
So it's just like, I've napped at school and we have like, what were like the blankets that had like the armholes?
Snuggies.
Things?
Snuggies? We had a few of those
Oh.
for some reason.
Yeah. Oh
So-
yeah.
The
Those were like
communal snuggies?
those were around for like a few years, and then they just disappeared.
Yeah,
I think I
Well-
think somebody bought them all.
Maybe
probably.
some snuggie
Me.
enthusiasts. It's like
It's not hot anymore, but
Wanna-
one day you guys will thank me.
You want to see my collection of Snuggies? I
Yeah.
color coordinate them.
you could just like buy an oversized shirt or dress with long sleeves, and then just like cut the back, like
Oh,
bisect
yeah.
it, and then just like use it like that. I don't know.
Well,
the
I
snuggies
mean,
are fluffy, so I guess that
I
doesn't
keep
work.
seeing like so many ads for like this oversized hoodie.
Uh huh.
And
Oh,
it's-
the boyfriend
Yeah.
hoodie.
Pretty much. And it's just like
Yeah.
I keep seeing that everywhere, and it's like I think like they're way overpriced first off. Like,
Is-
sure, they're
maybe,
made of
well, is it because
warm material.
are they like manufactured within like the country under like a union labor law or something?
probably.
Maybe.
I have no idea. But it's just like I like the ads. They're pretty funny, but it's like I'm not gonna put aside that much money for an oversized hoodie that's like, goes down to my knees or whatever.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, I never
Yeah.
saw the appeal of those. But yeah, I've been
No.
trying to practice some more self-care for myself, and that's been working out pretty good. I'm able to spend more time at the gym without worrying about getting home in time for stream. Like I think that's the best part.
mm,
Is that like I'm not at the gym like constantly checking my phone to see what time it is and seeing like, oh, do I have enough time to get back home, make dinner, eat dinner? Well, first get home, shower, and then dinner, and then like, will I have enough time to stream? It's like, all that anxiety just goes away. and it's great.
Yeah.
Now he's just gonna pump his guns, dude, just for 4 hours straight.
Oh hell yeah, dude. What else have I been up to? Oh, I started a YouTube channel. Well,
Hey.
Oh,
not really started. More like
Well,
I'm
you
using
came
my
back, right?
existing channel and uploaded a video to it.
Yes.
I had 30 subscribers on YouTube before I did anything on YouTube. Like I don't know, like sometimes like you're just like I don't know who's subscribing to these channels who don't even upload, but like whatever.
I mean,
But
if you make like a really good comment on a video, sometimes people will give a sub anyway. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't really comment on videos.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know a lot of people that even think about comment. I mean, they might be like, haha, or like react to an already existing top comment. But I don't know anybody who just goes comment going, oh yeah,
I
I'm
feel
so
like-
funny guy.
I feel like, and I'm not speaking personally to anyone out there who
Mm.
leaves comments on YouTube videos, but maybe I am a little bit, because I feel like you have to be a certain level of crazy to even go down to the YouTube comments to comment in the first place. You know?
Yeah.
Like, there's a baseline level of crazy that you have to surpass in order to post, because like most normal people, they like just watch a video, consume it, you're done. You know,
Yeah.
no need to leave a snide or weird comment for attention. But like,
The only time I'll ever leave a comment is if I know the creator.
yeah, if it's like a
No.
yeah, exactly,
like
yeah.
if I know the creator and I'll be like, "Oh, this is a great video, nice, good job," or whatever.
But like,
Otherwise, never.
you ever just go down to like the comment section of like a video that's like a song, for example, and it's just the same regurgitated joke over and over and over
Yeah.
again, and it's like, why?
Who's watching this in 2020?
Yeah, exactly. Like, why? Like,
Edit.
it's
Thanks for the
probably
3,000 likes.
it's an attempt. I think it's an attempt to fit in with the crowd,
Mhm.
Yeah.
to like and I don't know. Hopefully, get some updates on your YouTube comment that doesn't mean anything.
I like some of
Honestly,
the comments that say like like if you came from X, Y, or Z video.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like where they're
Yeah.
like, oh, I came from seeing this thing, and sometimes I'm like, oh, I wonder what that is. So I'm like, okay, I'll take
I
a
think
look what that is.
I think the worst is song videos where the song is referenced in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Because JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, like almost every name of a character or stand or like power is named after like a band or a singer or a song.
Oh.
So it's like if that song or singer name is in JoJo's, that YouTube video will just be nothing but JoJo's comments. It's awful.
God.
It's awful.
Red Hot was there. They had Purple. Was it Purple Haze or something?
Purple Haze, yeah. Red Hot Chili Peppers is the band name, but like most
Yeah.
people will go to like Can't Stop or something for the video.
Mhm.
Roundabout by Yes has like that comment section is ruined forever.
So good though that song.
It's a really good. It's such a good
so
song.
good.
And you know what?
Even without the crowd.
Before JoJo's, I
Mhm.
would say that like song videos had like maybe some of the most wholesome comment section, because it'd be like, I used to listen to this song with my uncle before he passed away, and we would sit on the deck of our like, you know, family boat or something
Yeah.
and listen to this song, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of sweet. And now it's just like,
Oh no,
oh no 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 no, and I'm like,
Oh.
forever
Yeah.
ruined.
The comments that always like get to me is like when someone will post something funny, but then they'll ruin it by saying like, "Edit, thanks for like the 30,000."
Oh,
likes," and it's
the
like,
acceptance speeches.
yeah, and it's just like I'll go out of my way to dislike that comment.
Award. Oh yeah. Like
Yeah.
that's.
So
I think.
stupid.
I mean, it's. I think it's indicative, and I don't want to like. I don't want to mean to go to like armchair psychologist, but like, I mean, the impression I get is that like, you know, they don't receive enough praise in their real life, so whenever they get like a lot of upvotes, it's like that dopamine. It's just like yeah,
yeah,
upvote. It's
Yeah,
like,
it's
oh
Single
my
video
god,
going,
like
I
thank you
didn't
for the
expect this to do so well.
yeah.
Every single time.
It's like this
I
person's
know.
gonna print out this like the little thin strip of paper of their comment and just like frame it.
Frame
be
it.
like,
Yeah.
I made a funny joke on this YouTube video and it got 200,000 likes. Oh my god, my crowning achievement in life.
I just it no, it
Yeah.
just bothers me every time.
Folks, it's important to have multiple pillars of success in your life, okay? So that
Mhm.
your self-worth is not solely reliant on one pillar of success.
Yeah, 'cause
Okay,
someone's
I've
gonna come along and fucking tear
yeah.
it down.
Be proud of many aspects in your life, okay? And I see people fall into this trap a lot, especially people who like start streaming, and they like their stream's doing bad, so they get like super depressed, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like it's important to have other pillars of success in your life that you feel proud of, you know?
Exactly.
I think being able to stream as a hobby and like not feel as pressured to do well on your stream because you're like happy otherwise, you know? You're happy whether or not your stream succeeds because there's other aspects in your life that give you happiness. You know, if you don't have other avenues of happiness or success in your life, then like I would probably steer away from streaming unless you want to use streaming as like a way for like catharsis and you don't really care about growing. Then like go nuts. But
Yeah.
it's important to be proud of other things in your life. Like don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying. And I've fallen into this trap. I'm sure many other people have fallen into this trap as well. Of just like, just be proud of many things in your life. If you're in school, be proud of the work that you're doing. Don't be lazy. Don't be lazy.
Yeah.
If you're at work, take pride in your work. Even if it's like a shitty job, like just do your best no matter what.
Yeah.
Wow, this got really philosophical out of nowhere, but
Yeah, I was
like,
about to say like I don't know where we're going, but all right, I'll
Don't
listen.
take what you got for granted.
yeah, I'm just saying like your self-worth isn't reliant solely on one thing that you can succeed or fail at,
Mm-hmm.
There's multiple aspects in your life that like, make up you. So, yeah, it's like you're not just a streamer, you're also, a son, a daughter, a husband, a wife.
I can be a daughter.
Yeah, an office, a janitor. Many identities,
You can be whatever you want.
You can be whatever you want to be. Boy.
Oh, it's been my wildest dream.
What else have I?
Sit there with your kitty headphones on.
But,
Yeah, I like these headphones.
I mean, no, yeah, it's a good look, dude.
Yeah.
Thanks. I like these.
What the fuck else have I been up to this week? Yesterday I streamed. I was doing some Savage raids with some FF14 pals, and in a 3-phase fight from a 4-hour prog, we made it to phase 2.
Wait, so what does prog mean?
Progression.
Okay, like you're just saying. Okay.
Yeah, we progressed to phase 2.
Okay.
Tough fight. If anyone who knows what I'm talking about, Eden E4S in FF14. We're not doing minimum eye level because if we did, then I think we would just cry because like most of our static, if not all, are like composed of people who don't really raid much. So it's like it's a monumental challenge for us. But oh, excuse me, we're having fun though. It's fun. It's fun despite all the wipes. It's a lot of fun, and I can't wait to get some more progression on that. Because that feeling of satisfaction is going to be, so sweet. So sweet.
I don't even know how bad it is, so I can't even say anything about it. It's kind of like,
very, like,
yeah, that's real tough, bro.
Punish,
That's
like,
real.
think of, like,
Whoa.
think of, like, an EX Deviant fight. But
in phases, or like?
Like, 1 or 2 mistakes is a cart. Right?
Yeah. Okay. But that goes on for like.
But then like
2 hours. But, sorry, what the crap?
So we were progging for like 4 hours last night. It only made it to phase 2.
But on top of that, like you're with how many people in that? Like,
It's a party of 8, so the individual responsibility is doled out to 8 people. If one person messes up a mechanic and causes another person to mess up, then like we don't have enough people alive to do the next mechanic, you know, things like that. So there's
Yeah.
like the personal responsibility is split between 8 people.
jeez.
Everyone has to hit their marks. It's kind of like a choreographed dance. A lot of these MMO fights, they're like choreographed dances. And on top of that, you have to be doing damage. Especially if you're doing minimum eye level, it has to be like optimal damage because every encounter has a hard enrage, where if you don't meet the damage cap in time, the boss will just wipe everyone instantly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's it's a lot of pressure, but also it's a lot of fun.
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of fun. I love the
Is it
challenge.
like,
And it's fun learning too.
Like one squad or like 2 squads or what? Like what? I don't know. You're saying
Just-
it's a party of 8.
Yeah, it's just one party
so
of
does that
8.
mean
Just like
Okay,
me and
okay.
7 other people. Yeah.
Yeah, so Karada, like when we've done dungeons, it's been a light party of
Mhm.
4 people.
which is the
but,
4 people?
Yeah, a full party is 8.
Yeah.
Got you.
Comprised of 2 tanks, 2 healers, and 4 DPS.
Yee.
So it's a lot of fun. Like
How many
peop-
healers?
2 healers.
2.
Oh, sorry. I like pictured 4 healers on. Why so many?
And then so when you do raids,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a 24 person
Yeah. And
raid, which is 8 parties.
yeah,
Or sorry,
3 parties. 3
Three.
parties of 8
3
people.
parties. No, yeah, 3 parties of 8
Yeah.
people.
Although
That's what-
there are,
And is how many forest?
no, I did no. Sorry.
although when you
Said
get
it wrong.
to Boja and Eureka raids, those are 48 people. So those are 6 parties.
Jesus.
It's a lot of people. But the funny thing about those is that like the mechanics can get a lot tougher because the personal responsibility is split between 48 people. So it's like a boss does one mechanic out in this area and like half the alliance just fucking dies. Like 24 people just die instantly. Like there's a really infamous critical engagement in Boja that is a red chocobo. It's like that's the enemy. The enemy's a red chocobo. And I think after the first mechanic, like it's pretty common for like 3/4 of the entire raid to wipe. Because like the mechanic is like kind of tough to deal with.
Then you just gotta keep rezzing, I guess. If your
Yeah.
healers didn't die.
Yeah.
Is there any way to res people even without like the healer? Or, like,
Yeah,
their
there's
item or
there's some
anything?
caster DPSs that have access to res abilities, like Summoner and
Yeah,
Red
some-
Mage can res. Red Mage can only res when they're like at level like 64 or something, I think. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy. Like this mechanic is like it's a proximity AoEs on top of like line AoEs from like other ads that are outside the arena that come in. And then on top of that there's like a rotating like AoE circle that's going at the same time. And it's like you just see all these ants just panicking and dying one by one. I wish I could see like a bird's eye view of these fights, of these 48-man fights,
Spectator
Like a
and just
spectator type
yeah,
of thing.
and just
Yeah.
seeing like these like these players just like
the panic.
yeah, it's so funny. Just ants just like running around this arena while this red chocobo is just chilling there like y'all fucking dead.
Let's see what this thing looks like now. Hold on, I gotta
Yeah.
look this up.
Yeah,
wanna see what it
it's
looks
like if you know what a chocobo looks like, it's literally just a red chocobo.
So
You
you're
know.
And this
saying-
thing is supposed to wipe a whole what?
That thing, yeah, I think I've only seen the end of that critical engagement once. Every other time, I think the entire alliance has failed it.
Let me
It's
search
so
this up.
cute.
Yeah.
Oh, he is cute. Oh,
So-
and then there's like the one picture of him surrounded by fire.
yeah. That red chocobo has become a meme.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
I see it. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. It's become a meme because
That's-
it wipes so many. It's hilarious. It's
That's
hilarious.
Scary, bro.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good content.
I could just imagine like the Chocobo theme playing while it's freaking destroying everyone.
Okay. Yeah. Let me pull up the photo that Karada.
Turns
Then
into
just
a
the bass
metal.
kicks in and just
Yeah.
holy crap.
It's
So here's the
raid wide attack.
Let me pull it up.
He's scary looking,
Let me
bro.
pull it up here because yeah, it is fucking hilarious.
All you need to search is red chocobo, and it'll definitely pop up
Oh yeah.
as like one of those recommended things. Those are scary looking.
So I was like, hey, nice medal. Would be a shame if something were to happen to it. So medal is like a separate like experience point system in Boja, and every time you die and like get respawned, you lose medal. So
Oh. Oh my god.
it's just like fucking just wreck your day. It's great. It's great. I love it. Yeah, if anyone out there is like, oh, this Final Fantasy 14 feels too easy. It's like, oh, you haven't seen the hard content yet.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
This game
Between
is too easy.
yeah. Oh, here's another good one, man.
Jeez.
The other one
Sure,
that
though,
goes,
with that JoJo effect.
yeah, the go 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 go. There it is. Just looking
With
at
the
you,
layer.
There, bro.
ready to pounce.
God.
But yeah, that's been what I've been up to. I was watching some other people stream GU, and I was like, you know what? Maybe it's time that I like kick myself in the rear and actually try to solo an EX Deviant.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
I wanna, but I don't want to do Red Helm because that's just gonna bore me to tears.
No, that would, yeah, no, I would hate it. I would hate watching it if you.
Yeah, I think I wanna do Hellblade, but like, I don't want to do it with Valor Longsword because I feel like everyone solos with Valor Longsword.
Mm.
I want to do it with like Adept Greatsword or something, you know.
Oh, Adept Greatsword's really good.
For
I
Hellblade.
can probably find you a double Adept run that's just really clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna like watch a good, clean solo run, just so that I can like download some of the techniques that they use, and like, you know, when they're actually committing to their adept slash and when they're just like dodging and like moving around. Because like, you know, I'm sure there are moments where it's like if I do an adept dodge and then like go in with my greatsword, I'm just gonna get punished super hard. Like when it does this like double tail slam flip, stuff like that.
I'm so excited to see you doing Hellblade runs then.
Oh, I'm gonna cry.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make my title like, please backseat me.
Please help me.
Before that though, I think I have to update my Adept Greatsword set because I think that set is like over a year old, and I'm pretty sure I can optimize it better. So like, I'm probably gonna look to the chat room to be like, I'm just gonna be like, hey chat room, here's my set, here's my charms, go.
Take it apart.
Yeah.
Tear me
I
apart.
can help you with that. I'll take a look.
Yeah.
Are you just gonna be using the Atalka greatsword or whatever?
I mean, that's the greatsword I have on that particular set, but if there's a better option, I mean, like the Atal Claw greatsword is like, it's kind of the best one, isn't it? Like, it's kind of the jack of all trades for when it comes to
Yeah.
greatswords.
That's what I've only
Like,
seen people
I see
using.
some people like rocking the Bloodbath one.
That's true.
That's about it though. But like, I mean,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's just fashion. Because like
Oh,
you can do
yeah.
well with any greatsword, pretty much, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so.
Oh god, I'm dying.
Do you want Hellblade to be the one that you do?
Yeah, I think Hellblade. I mean, if there was another one that I would want to do solo, maybe Thunderlord. Maybe like, or if I want to go like a little easier, maybe like
But on Thunderlord, would
I don't
you
know, like
still
Drill
go,
Tusk. I don't know.
Oh, Drill Tusk would be really easy. Well, not necessarily easy, but there's some really good openings that you can punish him on.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, he can still kick your ass, but it's like when he does that fallback, like his
The suplex.
back, yeah, pretty much. Like people wouldn't expect it, but there's actually some really big openings on it.
Okay.
So
He like turns a little bit, like he homes on you a little bit. Like
He
it has
homes
like
on
slight
you?
tracking, yeah.
but the thing is, you can actually go straight into his legs and he won't hit you.
Oh, between his legs. Okay, and then you just
Yeah.
like hit his tail while yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So
Yeah, there's gonna
no.
be all kinds of micro adjustments that like and I'm gonna miss so many punishes. Like I'm just telling you guys right now, like you don't expect like a 15-minute speed run of like an
No,
EX
but I
deviant from me.
mean, it obviously takes time and like a lot of patience, but
Yeah.
it's really fun and really rewarding.
But yeah, I kind of want to do that because like I have been playing on my alt, but like I feel like I've been running from the solo EX challenge for like too long now. You know,
You've been running from your responsibility.
eventually I'm gonna be
Disclaimer.
one of those people that like uses an ancient potion to heal like an inch of life.
That was me for the longest time because I was so scared.
Yeah, I mean that's me in World.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah, guess that's been my week. Haven't really been doing much else. My new
You did
shelf
watch
is still coming in.
That's true.
Yeah, but that's next
Um,
week. So
well, next week we'll talk about
what did
that.
I? Oh yeah. I did watch the live letter for
Yeah,
FF14,
you did watch the Endwalker live
which
letter.
my reaction to the job actions video is actually up on my YouTube channel.
Pew, pew, pew.
Can I link
Where's
that?
your YouTube
I'm
channel,
gonna link
Cam?
that. It doesn't have an actual link yet because my YouTube channel isn't big.
Mhm.
But here's the link to it. Self promotion.
Bam.
Dang, crazy, bro. This guy's
Self-promotion. Look at
promoting
that.
in my
Shameless.
stream.
Absolutely,
Guy.
absolutely shameless.
Wow.
But I
want me to
do.
shoot the-
I'm getting rid of this guy myself.
I think I do intend to like to upload more to it because I needed I think I needed a motivator, and now that I'm like streaming less, I think what I want to do is eventually finally get like a video out about how over designed Glavinus is. Contentious. It'll be
Are
so
we still gonna
contentious.
do this entire backspike of everything again?
Dude, I'm gonna do an entire like I want to make that like a sub goal or something. Just do an entire extensive tier list on the back spikes of every monster in Monster Hunter, excluding like Frontier and stuff, because I think they would all be towards the bottom because that's when the designs get like really like crazy.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. I mean, it's like what's indicative. This whole backspike conversation started because I looked at Glavinus, and I was like, Glavinus is like perfect, except like its backspikes like serve no purpose other than someone thought it would look cool. But like that's it.
What?
That's
What
it
is
though.
so
It
cool?
has no primary function at all. Like it never uses it to attack you. It wouldn't be very good at keeping flying wyverns from like attacking its back because like the spikes aren't even pointing up; they're like pointing forward. You
Well, then
know?
what if it runs into it while it's? I don't
No.
know.
Not only that, but like if a Glavinus is walking through like a heavily like forested area, like a dense thicket or something, it's just like walking. It's like it could like potentially get tangled by like vines and like branches and stuff. Like, there's so many like logistical reasons why I think a Glavinus's back spikes just like I don't know. They just don't make sense. Someone just on the design team just thought it looked cool. Well,
I
you know
still
what?
remember, like
I
this was right around Christmas. I remember it so
Yeah.
specifically, and suddenly my chat just like blew up by like people being like, "Oh my god, look at this video of Tam like shaming Glavinus for his back spikes," and like sending me clips, and I was like, "Go to Tam's channel right now," and I was like, "What is happening?" Like I still didn't know you very well.
Was that like
It's just-
that was an event? That was like
yeah, it
the
was
back spike
literally,
event.
like I had to open
The
up the
thing-
stream, open
the-
up the clip, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
I think the funniest thing about this whole thing is that I still like Glavinus at the end of the day. Like, people think I hate Glavinus. Like, I like Glavinus. That's like literally the one thing that I don't like about Glavinus. You know?
the back spikes.
Is the back spikes. And like, I think the most reasonable argument against it that I've heard, against my opinion about it, is that it's there to counterbalance the weight of the tail. But
Oh, it makes
I think there are more elegant solutions.
I don't think that would counterbalance
For-
what's on the top of the back, though.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's all sorts of things, but it's like, I think there's a more elegant solution to it than making, like, spikes that, like, jut forward from, like, the top of its thighs that, like, I don't know, it just looks awkward. Like, I feel like if I were a Glavinus, I would just feel awkward and have back pain all day.
If you were a Glavin.
If I were a Glavinus, yeah.
Jeez.
I'm just saying.
Just a
it's like, I don't
constant shame.
But yeah, eventually I want to do I really do want to do this, a tier list of like ranking every monster based on their back spikes. If they don't have a back spike, then they're just in the tier of like no back spikes. You know.
I mean, it's still September.
I mean, I'm just saying this right now. One of the best examples of back spikes in the entirety of Monster Hunter, Nergigante. There's plenty of function behind the back spikes. There's a reason for them to be there. They look good.
Yeah.
Everything about Nergigante's back spikes is like chef's kiss.
Are we about to get into an argument about this?
You're not about to tell me that Karada's not about to tell me that Nergigante's back spikes served. Okay, what's your beef with Nergigante's back spikes, Karada, huh?
They served a purpose. Why would they break off? I'm just saying.
They break off. They break off because the fucking Nergigante uses them as projectiles.
If they break off, he didn't need them.
He uses them as projectiles, and then they grow back within like a minute.
Karada, if someone walks up to you,
I don't think he needed it.
Oh my god.
Karada, if someone like walks up to you and chops off your arm, they're gonna be like, "Oh, it came off. Must have not been useful," you know? Like,
why does Glavenus's tail get chopped off? I guess it doesn't need it.
Yeah.
It doesn't anymore.
Oh my god.
It doesn't serve a purpose. You have no more arm. There's no purpose.
There was before though.
It's just there. All right, it's just there.
You want to know what?
Which means it serves no purpose.
We'll save this discussion for when I do my tier list of it. But you want to know what monster gets crippled the most when you chop off its tail? Brachydios. Brachydios, like, because like you look at its tail, it's like a club, right?
Yeah.
But like the portion of the tail you cut off is literally the club portion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it literally has nothing to weaponize its tail anymore. So when it does this like tail whip, it's just like a little like nub. It's just like meh,
yeah.
meh.
Which still deals blast, doesn't it?
Does it? I don't think the tail attacks actually inflict blast. There's no slime on the tail.
So.
You know? Why doesn't?
I think so.
Could you imagine if like Brachydios
I'm thinking of I think I'm thinking Rathian, like Dread Queen.
Yeah, you're thinking of Dread Queen.
Even when you break off the tail, it's still shooting poison out.
Well, it's like it's like oozing out, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like I feel like Brachydios's tail is like when you chop that off, it's like it's game over for your tail, man. Like, why are you even still using tail attacks? You know, maybe monsters get like phantom limb syndrome, where they think it's still there, so it's like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks familiar. I don't know what's on the floor, but all right.
Yeah. What if? Oh my god! Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Here. I'm gonna give you a scenario for a new monster idea. Okay, a monster where its tail gets chopped off, but what it does is it walks over to its tail and uses it as a weapon.
Dang, if you were gonna say it eats it, I was like, have you heard?
I mean, that's Devil Joe. That's Devil Joe. But like, think of like Great Wolf Sif from Dark Souls, right? You guys familiar with that boss?
Oh,
it's a giant wolf with a sword in its mouth.
Ooh.
So like, what if there's like a monster with like a blade on its tail? Not to the extent of Glavenus, but it's like, you know, like Azuchi, for example. You know.
You know that Bonburo in World technically. I mean, he uses the environment though. I guess.
He uses the environment.
Yeah.
Not a monster part. I'm talking about like you chop off this monster's tail, and you better fucking like carve it, or else it's gonna pick that motherfucker up and just like fucking start like swinging it at you. You know?
I think it would still swing it even if you carved it. You carved off like 2 little circles and the little star-shaped potato from it, and all of a sudden it's still gonna. It's still a beatstick, bro.
Or like. Oh my god, what if like a Gossarag like walks over to like a Glavenus's chopped off tail and picks it up and uses it?
Oh my god.
These are the ideas I want to see the games implement. These are like the totally out there ideas that I want the game to implement, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That would add so much that would add so much flavor to the monsters. You know?
Oh, I would like to see that sometime.
Yeah, I think Devil Joe going around eating monster corpses is like that's a step in that direction, you know. But you never really see it much. And like the turf wars are like kind of that, but they're very canned and scripted. But like if you have like a Duramboros that gets its tail like nub chopped off. And then like a Gossarag walks over, or a Rajang walks over to it, picks it up and chucks it at you.
Oh my god, I could totally see that happening. As
Yeah,
well.
like
That would be a Rajang move for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
I want
It
to
would
see
take
shit like
that
that. That
crap
would be
off, yeah.
so dope. That would be so
Oh,
dope.
man.
Wait, no, that's still Devil Joan World. He literally just picks up anything smaller than him and chucks it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
true.
Something like that. Yeah,
it's literally just Joan World.
You know
yeah.
how many times he's chucked a freaking great Jagras up my head?
Oh my god. It's
Terrifying.
the funny thing is in World that's like that's one of Devil Joe that's one of Devil Joe's like hardest hitting attacks.
I know.
Yeah. I remember carding as the last thing, and I went, "Oh, I didn't even die to the quest monster." He just said.
So you know how you know how GU has those certain attacks where like it has a special knockback animation on your hunter where your hunter becomes a projectile. I want to see more of that. I want to see a Rajang pick you up, but like instead of just tossing you on the floor, it specifically targets another hunter and just like. Well, I guess it does that. I guess Furious Rajang does that in Iceborne, right? When it does its grapple. Yeah, then it pukes on you, and it like jumps up, and then it like pounds you into another hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it already does that. So
I want like, no, I don't know if that would. No, let me think before I say something.
okay.
Nah, whatever, forget. I want a monster where there's like a twin monster, right, where it fights together at the same time. So like, imagine if like, say if it was two Rajangs, right? One would throw up in the air, the other one would, and just the other one. Would
So like,
in the air.
kind of like Lunastra and Teostra in World, but like the entire fight.
If they were a together,
Is that
fight,
gimmick?
You know
Yeah.
what I mean, like in sync. I thought that would have been such a cool idea.
I think. Well, did Frontier have that? Because I remember, I think it was season 6 of Frontier.
I didn't have a computer at that time to even play the game. So
there was two flagship monsters, and they were both Garon types. Like Odogaron. They were both Garon type monsters. And I feel like they might have had some like team up attacks or something. Something along those lines. I don't know.
Okay.
Hmm.
I mean,
I'd have to see it in Frontier, right? I have to look that up then.
Yeah.
I want to see so many more Frontier crap. It's such a cool idea, bro.
We talk about this topic like every week.
I
know,
know.
because I missed out. I had the stupid laptop and it barely pumped out a stream.
Hey, you got your Frontier monsters. Lavasiath, that's Frontier monster.
Who the frick? Is he really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lavasiath originated in Frontier. So did Hypnocatris.
Out of everything there. Everything
Well, okay,
in
so
that game.
so when Frontier first came out, when Frontier first came out, it only had 3 unique monsters. Every other monster was like already a monster in the series, but it only had 3 unique monsters. It was Hypnocatris, Lavasiath, and then I think eventually Espinas.
The freak is the hippopotamus.
Hypnocatris. It was in Freedom Unite.
No, what is it?
It's a
I don't remember the name.
It's a bird wyvern that can put you to sleep, and it kicks a lot.
So it's just Malfestia?
Yeah, it's kind of like Malfestio, but without the confusion, and it's not an owl.
I was just, it's freaking whatever. Flying hippopotamus, whatever.
I don't know. We need a dude. We need a hippopotamus monster though, and I'm not talking about Slagtoth.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah, fucking
one bite and it just wipes out an AOE team, just the whole area done.
Oh,
dude. Yeah. Or it's like, have we ever seen a monster where like it shuts its mouth so hard that it like sends a shockwave?
No. That'd be really cool though.
Because like, dude, the crushing power of a real life hippopotamus is fucking insane.
Shockwave is like, we do have those moves. It's like whenever a monster roars. So what if it was just like?
No, but I'm talking about like specifically when it like chomps its mouth. You know, someone in chat said Teostra, but that's to activate like the powder, though, right? It's not exactly like sending out a shockwave.
Shockwave itself, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still kind of compare it to the Lunastra one, I guess. Because that's like but that's just wind pressure and then
that's
AoE.
That's like wind pressure from her wings, though. Like,
because I mean, what Teostra is doing is he's basically creating a spark.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's exactly what it is. Yeah. Like it's like igniting the powder. Yeah.
He's literally just like biting down and then creating a spark. While Lunastra, it's wind pressure.
But I mean, like you look at the size of the mouth of a hippopotamus and how much crushing power it has.
God.
I like watching the videos of them, like when they put the watermelon in their mouth, and it's just like a
Yeah, it just disintegrates.
bro.
The watermelon doesn't stand a
God.
chance. It's crazy. It is like it is so fucking nuts. And have you like, dude, hippos are like the most dangerous animal in like the African wilderness.
I beg to differ. Have you seen those stupid not stupid, sorry. You know the gators? Like when they do the death roll and freaking
Dude, hippos fuck gators up. Dude, I'm not kidding. Yeah, hippos fuck gators up.
I thought they would have rolled their whole leg off.
No,
done.
Dude, a gator. Gators are scared of hippos. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm not kidding.
Is this like like those natural animal enemy? Like, you know how they have like natural enemies?
Yeah.
But that wouldn't be the case, right?
No, I don't know if hippos actually have natural enemies. The only reason they're not a threat is because like if you just leave them alone, just let them go, then they'll just chill. But hippos like are extremely territorial. Like honestly, I think hippos need a less goofy name so that people take them more seriously.
You're actually right. I just looked this up on Google. I mean, yeah, it's Google, but also I'm just curious. It says, who would win, alligator or hippo? Hippo wins easily over 10 times if it is an adult crocodile. Actually, wait, what the crap? This guy can't speak English. What am I reading? Hippohaven.com. If it is an adult crocodile, actually, hippo. How do I read? But they know how aggressive. Never mind. I'm not reading it. This guy, I don't know what to talk about. The hippo wins apparently.
Hippos win. Free. Hippos win free. Yeah,
Jeez.
It's no contest. Like, yeah. Well, how has there not been a hippopotamus monster in Monster Hunter yet?
You know what? One bite, and then the other guy bites, but he bites harder, and that would be the hippo.
And you know what? I want it to be a monster that doesn't aggro you, like ever, until you actually hit it.
That would be nice too, like a turtle.
It's like it's like a gentle giant until you like piss it off, you know.
Oh, but like the jelly boy. What's the jelly boy in Rise? The big.
The monk snail, yeah.
I want that to be the big boy that we never hit, and then if you hit it, it just turns and.
I like it doesn't even have to do anything. It just like rolls over you, and you're just like dead. You just like consumed into its being, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're just like floating in there
for dying from it or something.
Yeah, you're just like kind of floating in there like a fish tank, like.
Dude, I would love to do some crap like. Dude, I want to create a monster now. I should just spend a whole stream just creating dumb monster ideas, and then I'll bring it back to you later, Tam, just so you could give me your opinion on them.
I did an art stream one time where it was like chat was just giving me ideas for like monsters, and I was just drawing them. There was some hilarious.
Devil Bro?
There was Devil Bro. It was a Devil Joe, but it had like buff human biceps, and it was like lifting, and it had like a tattoo. Yeah. It was literally just that.
That would not go well with me. I cannot draw for crap. I can promise you, I cannot draw for crap, Tam.
It's hilarious.
You want to see what a horse looks like?
No. You're gonna draw a horse and it's gonna look like a dog.
I can send it to you, but I can't promise you it's gonna be any good, bro.
Yeah, I think I'm good. But now that we've spent like an hour on my week, that went off on tangents. I'll probably just like I'll probably like section that off into multiple chapters. But
yeah.
Let's move on to Forest.
All right.
What have you been up to?
Mainly streaming GU and Final Fantasy this week. So
Copycat.
Excuse you. Look, how it happened was I started to stream Final Fantasy.
Karada's like, I want no part of this.
Get back here. Sorry.
And you started streaming G. Anyway, yeah, so yesterday I finished up Heaven's Ward.
3.0 specifically, not all of Heaven's Ward, but just
not the post stuff yet. because that's called what, Dragon Song or something.
That's there's a bunch of different names for the post Heaven's Word patches.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, no. Still hit me in the feels. It wasn't as bad as A Realm Reborn's ending. At
In
least
terms of
me.
like death and destruction.
Yeah, like in terms of death and destruction, but it still hit me really hard because it was like, damn, this death is kind of meaningful.
Destruction.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
have my attention.
So yeah, you're showing like the fight that we were doing as well. It was so cool. I also feel really bad because like, so I got into the dungeon, or I was about to do the dungeon, and I like messaged Tam and I was like, hey, you want to join for the last dungeon on Heaven's Ward? And he was like, okay. So we're chatting.
Oh yeah.
Then I like respond to a chat member and Tam's like, wait, are you streaming? I was like, oh.
It's like a solid like 15 minutes of me just like talking, thinking we weren't streaming.
Yeah, I thought that you knew that I was streaming.
Yeah.
So I felt really bad. Obviously nothing happened, but it was
No.
like still like I felt really bad.
It's really funny.
Yeah, no, the last dungeon really beautiful. Like I love seeing all the elegant like structures and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I got very lost on that last area though. Like
Yeah,
the
it's a very open like looking dungeon.
yeah. But yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. The last boss was really beautiful, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I was also very confused, but we got through it pretty easily. And yeah, no, I'm really excited to try out some more stuff because you told me, Tam, of how much stuff opens up. So
Yeah, there's a ton of shit that got unlocked like after you finished that.
I think I'm gonna work on unlocking the raids today after the podcast. Not streaming or anything, just on my own. And maybe like, yeah, just some other stuff that I've missed. But we'll see.
Mm.
So yeah, no, that was a lot of fun yesterday. Otherwise, I've been working on GU, so on my alt. I can't remember what HR it's at, but it's been fun. I'm still trying to get like the entire Nisette armor, but it's just like, my god, I'm so lazy with it.
But you
So,
gotta.
I know.
You gotta. Everyone has to make it.
Everybody has to have that
It's so
set.
good.
Yeah,
Which one?
apparently.
That's it.
The set, yeah.
I've never heard of this. I've never. What set cream? Yeah, no, yeah. You gotta make it.
Mantis.
Yeah.
I made it too.
Everyone made it.
I know you did. Yeah, so that's been fun. I've been just kind of doing random stuff on my main as well. Still working on crowns. I think I only have like 3 crowns I still need. Unfortunately, one of them is Gravios. I still need a small for him.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh.
I know. So like that's what?
I just hate crowd farming.
I know.
stupid.
My 3 remaining crowns I think is Iodrome, which there's no easy way to farm that guy.
I can double check.
Plus, he has
'Cause
like
I-
stupid high health considering he's a raptor.
Oh yeah,
Yes!
yeah. There's that
It's
too.
so stupid.
Yeah.
I was doing that quest solo the other day of like the 5 raptors that you gotta hunt in the arena.
Mm-hmm.
Iodrome took forever.
Iodrome like outstays its welcome by like 2 spawns.
Exactly. It was actually the last monster that I killed in the quest, even though it's the 3rd to spawn in.
Yeah.
And it's like, bruh, I hate this. I'm not farming this guy. So I still need that small crown, I still need Cephadrome, and I still need Gravios. I hate all those monsters.
Yeah. I mean, there's a good reason why you don't have crowns in them. It's because like you never fight them because you hate them.
Yeah. So that's been my life in GU recently, but otherwise just helping people when I can and doing.
And you said
whatever.
that's on your alt or your main?
My main.
Okay.
My alt is still like below HR 100, so
Okay.
I'm gonna farm out the village or whatever. Otherwise we've been playing some Sea of Thieves recently, which has been a lot of fun. We've been what?
Yeah.
It's just like I don't know what it is. We play with our other good friend, Phil. We don't know what happens, but we get the worst luck possible when Phil's on the ship. Because we wanted to go fight Flameheart, and
Mutiny.
well, it was like that's usually a really cool fight, really difficult. You're supposed to have like at least 2 ships with you, like on your side to get rid of all the ghost ships.
Uh-huh.
We only had us, but it was fine. But somehow a skeleton ship spawned in, which I've never seen before. So that was attacking us. And then right as we were sinking, a freaking megalodon spawned in.
A
Just to kind of finish
megalodon?
the it's like a giant shark that
No, yeah,
chases you.
I know, but I didn't know megalodons were in.
There's
Yeah,
also
no,
krakens in the game.
Oh my god.
which also we ran like
Mhm.
Phil was like, I'm gonna
Everything
learn
in
how
the
to
book. Everything.
he was like, I'm gonna learn how to steer the ship. And I was like, okay, so I ran down to the map to like look at where we're going, and then I hear the boss music cue up, and he's like, like by the time I come up, the water's black and like the kraken spawning in. It's like
Oh,
I can't.
I see.
So no, yeah, it's a lot of fun on Sea of Thieves, especially since we're actually finding out there's quite a lot of stuff that you can do. But oh man, it's quite chaotic at points.
Sounds like a great time and a game that I'd never play, especially with you guys.
But if I bought it for you,
And I hope you gave me a gift receipt.
you could reject it on Steam too. Like I forgot that was a thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Steam's a good friend by being like, "Are you sure you want this?" and letting me say no.
Yeah, I don't want that crap.
While you're at it, let me block this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, you won't block me, right? Right?
There's some prompts I want to see after I decline, and the 2 prompts I want to see is, do you want to block this player? Yes. Do you want to report this player? Yes. Done.
Wait, what? Yes. In this English is hard again.
Hippopotamus.
Hypothetical.
Hippocampus.
What the crap just happened to me?
Dude, your mind is just in Hippo Haven right now.
Yeah, what the freaking the hip and the hop of it? Like I was just starting to like.
You know
go
what?
with everything. Bro.
I think that Hippo Haven author was speaking your language when he was typing that.
It wasn't speaking my language. I couldn't understand him, bro. I'm infected.
No,
but even in the hypothetical, I was like, holy crap. I got reported and banned already, bro. Just for trying to be a good guy. Hey, I want to play a game with you. No.
No,
Bye.
away from me.
You know, the greatest villains of our time thought they were being the good guy.
That's true.
Just
Okay, name all of them if you're a real fan of the real.
I didn't say I was a
You know what I
fan.
mean?
I did not once say I was a fan.
I was gonna go on with this. Wait, he didn't say he was a fan.
Not once did I say I was a fan of real life villains.
Oh crap!
There's a villain that I know, Karada.
Oh,
I am not the nicest guy ever.
a villain, a menace. But Sea of Thieves. Is there more to it?
Nah, that's
Nah.
that's
Just
been
more
my week.
shenanigans as usual with Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, just the usual, blowing each other up.
Do
Getting
you
attacked by other
find do you find it's more fun to stream it or to play it off stream, or does it not really affect your
I find it more fun to play it off stream personally. Like, it
That's-
doesn't help that I only have one monitor as well, like one screen. So it's like if I'm playing the game, I have to have it windowed so I can still see my chat, and it's just like it's a pain in the ass.
Mm.
But on
You
top
just
of
use
that,
your
like
phone.
I could.
But that's like keeping your phone screen on constantly and like draining your battery.
I
and-
have used my phone screen in the past, but to no one's surprise, I normally every single time I stream, my phone's not fully charged, and Twitch freaking eats away at the battery like
Oh yeah.
in the hour.
Wanted to hear you say it. No.
Yeah, I know. I always forget to charge my phone. So, that happens way too often. Yeah, no. So, I don't know. I think I just prefer leaving it as kind of a game to off stream, maybe a Discord thing, but even then, like,
Still like really comfy, really cozy with
Yeah, I
All
think
your
not
pals.
having to worry about people,
Yeah,
like chat and stuff when you play that game specifically is fun.
definitely.
Yeah. Well, because it's like even when you're playing the game, like you kind of need to focus and just kind of like if you're shooting at like a meg or whatever, it's like you gotta line up your shots. I can't really be looking at chat while I'm doing this, but I also really like to read chat as soon as I can. So
Hmm.
Mhm.
it doesn't really go hand in hand. But
And then you
yeah,
get like the 40 people going, "You best play Messi!"
yeah, yeah.
Uh, oh,
Sorry,
like
I don't know. I keep defaulting to that
that did
voice every time I do that.
like you saying that exact phrase like inflicted psychic damage on me.
Mhm.
PTSD.
Yeah, like goddamn. Anyway,
We
Every
could
time you hear
rant
like a
about that,
serious
but
cut scene or whatever, and you're just like, I just want to play the game, bro.
can I just absorb the game, please, without you like shouting behind my head about whatever,
yeah.
whatever.
Sorry, didn't mean to hurt you, bro. Uh,
uh,
Okay. Yeah, that was my week. How about you,
okay.
Karada?
What have you been up to, buddy?
Honestly, I've just been chilling the whole week, hanging out in different
Oh yeah,
streams, playing different
you had the
games.
entire week off, right?
Oh
Because
yeah,
like you start your new job tomorrow.
tomorrow. Mhm.
Oh, exciting, dude! I'm excited for you.
I should have remembered to like fix my sleep schedule, but I didn't remember till like yesterday.
Well,
So I was like, oh,
well, if it's not fixed right
that's
now,
not
you're
good.
gonna have to. It's gonna have to get fixed this week. So
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to make a major adjustment soon. I only changed my alarm clocks just today. After I woke up, I went, oh no.
yeah.
I can't just wake up whenever I want now. It's gonna be bad, bro. But I've just been hanging out playing different games, like if we're playing Sea of Thieves or if we're playing, GU on other people's streams or just hanging out on other people's streams because I don't get to do that often. Like when I
Mhm.
was doing my other job, I would lurk everywhere because I'm trying to focus on if an email comes in, if an alert comes in, if somebody from India sends me a ping from on Teams, or if like somebody calls in going, "Oh, I'm locked out of my account. Can you?" And I'm like, no, I don't want to. And like all my other, for whatever reason, some other guys are also like super lazy.
Imagine
So
calling
like
tech support and the tech support person just to be like, is just on the other line, just like,
they did that.
oh, that sucks. Boo.
Oh, okay. They didn't do that. That would have been me. Because there's this one time, there was a lady at my company who is in that tech support
Mhm.
calling for one of the users that had that issue. They called me, who's also part of this tech support team that
Yeah.
can assist to a certain degree
Yeah.
before I escalate it. And she goes, "Hey, this person got locked out of her computer. Um, sorry, can uh can you help?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but this is not the team that helps." And they're like, "Oh, which team is it?" And, and then like we talked about it. It's like, oh, she's a part of the team that would help, and she's calling us for help for a different team. It was support calling support,
Right.
and no one contacting the guy who needs help for it.
So
I was like,
Why?
I'm not that guy. I'm not the guy that needs help. You gotta contact the guy that needs help, bro. I was
Jeez.
like, oh, that was a good time when I told my other coworkers about it because we get that sometimes, and I was like, I didn't know what to say. I was like, I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Jeez.
other than that, it's just like now I get to hang out. You actually get to see people, what they do, what they like to play. Chat interaction, seeing what their communities are like and stuff. Or just I haven't been hanging out in all the voice chats, or at least mine. I've definitely haven't been hanging out too much in this week, just because I'm trying to adjust and relax for a bit before I do. Because I don't
Mhm.
know what I can or can't do at this new job. Most likely, I'll be busy. I'm sure I can listen to music, have some headphones or something with me, but I just don't know to what extent. And I'm not trying to, especially in the beginning of the week or beginning of the job, be like bad about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, so I've been trying to figure that out, and then other than that, I've been having just spending time with my family,
Mhm.
cleaning my room or trying to think of a way to reorganize my room and stuff. And overall, like throughout the nights and stuff, I would also take breaks from streaming, like here and there throughout the week, because I was just kind of like, you know what, I'll just play some games. I just want to hang out with people. You know
Hell
what I mean? I
yeah.
don't want to just focus on, doing my own thing every time when I'm missing out on something I could just have fun with.
Hell yeah.
But I got back into streaming, which was a lot of fun. But
So I have
what?
questions because like I tuned into your stream last night and I saw this where you were looking at this player that had like
Yeah,
14. It said 1436 attack and they are wearing
yeah,
no
yeah.
armor.
This we was look. So I have a tradition. Like every time I look for a game, a hub to
Uh-huh.
join or
Yeah.
to make a hub name for my stream, I would look around and search other hub names and just steal their names. So I was looking around and I looked at this one player that was 999 with like whatever weird number thing going on with their naming convention. I went,
Yeah.
I'll take a look at this. I hop in. They're wearing no armor and their defense is like 450 plus for whatever reason. And on top of that, their attack was like 1400 and some crap. Wearing the what is that? The Atal Ka heavy bowgun.
Yeah.
And I just sat there going, "What the crap?" Like I was so confused. And as I walked around and eventually I noticed it, the little thing at the bottom of the screen, they actually have the Gudetama I guess Palico set. So the Gudetama is one of those double cross MH double cross events that we don't have in the
Japan.
GU version.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you can only get this stupid looking egg in double cross, and it makes me sad. However, there's a modding community that do like the 3DS mods and stuff,
Mhm.
and I guess this specific person or group that they're doing their testing, I assume this is a testing hub. They edited their whatever save, they played around with the files and stuff, and they're able to play with GU players. There is a lot of 3DS players like that do that, and I know a couple of them. They're really cool. But a lot of people also have this really weird negative thing for it, but I'll talk about that later. But I
Okay.
found this guy and I was like 1400 attack, somehow how much defense, no armor on, using was it Valor heavy bowgun with readiness SP.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just want to see this guy post one quest and just nuke something, bro. I want him to sneeze and just see the monster explode or something.
Right. Yeah,
He
he's
never
like
moved though.
he's
He
like
never moved.
accounting for like the same attack of like is equivalent of like 7 hunters.
It's
Like-
ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Jeez.
And I wanted to see what happened with if he did something. However, somebody brought up that his name, I think, had something to do
Yeah,
with the
it's
QQ
like
messenger.
yeah, I think. Well, is the name like affecting like their stats somehow? Maybe. It's like
No,
the...
they were saying that it's just the code for like their name, I guess, on that specific messenger.
Oh, okay.
And you know, Asian players, I think they're using a different type of app, so it's not like a
Yeah.
Talk or like
Yeah.
something that I would have already known about. I
Mhm.
never used QQ Messenger specifically, so I was just kind of like, huh. Okay. And when they brought that up, I was like, dang, do I download this and just ask them like, hey, what the crap was that? Like, how'd you do that? Because I don't, I like knowing. Because a lot of people have this weird like, there's a negative connotation toward like the modding community for the 3DS players.
Mhm.
A lot of people are like, "Oh, don't play with them; they'll break your game." And da 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 da. Da. And that's not quite how modding with the 3DS works. They're able to just play with you, and they don't tamper with any of your crap. But a lot of
No.
people, I don't know, like I guess it's like fear mongering or something, where they're like, "Oh, don't play with these guys;
I think
they're bad and they're gonna break the
could-
game." And I'm like, I don't know anybody. Like I used to test with a friend of mine who did this.
Yeah.
And I was like, we never had a problem. We had to adjust like, or we had to test stuff, and we had to be like, oh hey, this value for defense seems too high, and it seemed like he had the buff for the food even in the hub without eating. So we
Mhm.
brought that up to him, and then adjusted it. It's like stuff like that. But anytime we post an event quest, like you had to figure out why he can't post this or what alert came up when he
Yeah.
tried this different quest. We did stuff like that all the time, and I've never had an issue with it. So that's why when people complain about it, I'm like, I don't get why
It
everyone's
could-
like, oh my god, they're gonna break the game.
It could also
Think
be
they'll
like an
actually-
insecurity thing where they're like, they're mad, even though they won't admit it. They're mad that like this person has like they're achieving like the same amount of numbers as like a player who's like been playing legitimately. So it's
yeah, most
like
likely though, it's a
'cause, like,
hack
if it
account,
doesn't
it's
affect
probably a
your-
hack charms
yeah.
thing.
Because it's like if people want to mod the game, then like I like for me personally, I'm just like go ahead, let them. As if it's not affecting my game in any way, and if it's not affecting other people's games in a negative way, then it's like whatever. It's like it's not like deleting people's saves or anything, right?
No, I've never
Yeah,
heard
it's
of
like-
anything happening that way. And anybody who has, I'm pretty sure they're all just scared of something like that happening. But I don't, no one, it's never happened to them personally, which is why I was like, you shouldn't be worried like that because that's not how the tampering works.
I
and
think
like the mechanics behind it and stuff. Like I'm not an expert at it, but like I at least know for a fact when I tested it myself. Like I don't have a 3DS to do that. Oh, I have a 3DS, but I don't do the modding. But I at least know because I've tested it with a friend, and we're just like going back and forth checking out what works or not. And his file is legitimately whatever because he's played a stupid amount of time on that 3DS. You know what I mean?
And I think like people being able to mod these files and like alter them in ways is like also illuminating about how the back end of the game is like calculated and how things work to give people a better understanding of like, for like even like speed runs to like get a better understanding of how like stuff is calculated and what values the game's looking at in certain situations. Like, it's always like kind of interesting when people are able to go into the back end of the game and like kind of tear it apart and just like look at the individual pieces and see how they're interacting with each other. Like I think it's cool, and if it's not affecting anyone in a negative way, then I think it's a really cool way of like discovering what's going on behind the scenes of a game.
I know that there's some people that did go around like the community and they would like hop in hubs and show like those busted out stuff. Like they'll do like siege mode heavy bowgun with literally zero recoil and like max Gatling gun from the get go, and I'm like,
well, it's like,
oh my god, that was so cool.
Like if you're just going into random hubs and doing that, then like maybe don't do that. But like if you're just like if you want to do it solo just to see if you can do it, then it's like fucking go for it, dude.
I would have wanted to just see it happen for myself, and that wouldn't have bothered me at all. Like I've seen him also do like what was it, Prowler, and he just mega boomerang the crap out of a bloodbath, and I was like, dude, that was sick. Like it was just mega. It's like every second, dude, and that thing was dead within also seconds. It was super cool.
Amazing.
But it's not like anything where it's like affecting my game. I mean, yeah, it's kind of like I want to at least fight the monster, but seeing a spectacle like that doesn't bother me at all because it's freaking awesome. You know what I mean? But as long as he's not like going in the game and he's like, I don't know, deleting an item set or something of mine, I'll be like, I'm good. You delete one item set, you even touch my item set, you're dead.
Dude,
I'm gonna kill you. Like,
the worst offense ever: auto sorting someone's equipment box and then leaving it like that.
Oh yeah, some people have the manual sort. I don't do that. I sort everything. I'm like, I'm not even gonna look at it. I'm just gonna know where everything is, where they should be, and that's it.
That's what I do. I mean, I've just been like so ingrained into like pressing X whenever I'm in like an inventory menu.
Yeah.
And it's like it's just second nature now. Like I'll even do like there's even times when I'll go back to the same menu over and over, just like auto sorting it, just like out of habit.
Yeah.
And also the sound is just really satisfying too.
Well, it's like because Karada, when we were making my set like a few weeks ago, I think I was on stream a couple of days afterwards, and like I second nature just like hit the auto sort button. Like I don't even know why. It just like when I'm idle or like telling a story or something, I'll go over to my item box and do that. So
you just want something moving on the screen.
Yeah.
So you'll just run back and forth from the box and away from the box and back to the box and just sort.
Yeah.
It's like it fulfills the same purpose as like it fulfills the same purpose as like a fidget spinner, It's just something
like I'm a very
do.
fidgety person. Like even this entire time I've been like screwing around with like the sleeve of my shirt or whatever. It's like I don't know.
It's just something to do.
Just something to do.
Yeah. I might be a little fidgety. I was playing. No, I'm not gonna move my arms ever again. All right, we're gonna stay right here where they are. I got
You're not allowed to move
with anything. Yeah, no.
If I see you, I'm gonna yell at you.
No. I'm not moving. You can't see me anywhere.
Wait, what? I'm so confused right now. I'm not sure if I want to know.
You know one of those like, dude, if you don't move, it can't see you. Like one of those,
like a fucking Jurassic Park.
Yeah. I don't know why, but that always kills me, bro. So freaking funny to me.
It's like,
but all right, we're good.
Tam, I think you're dropping some frames.
Am I?
No.
Am I? It's not even my stream. What did I do?
Grata, you forgot to go live.
Wait. It would. Oh, it would. Crap.
What?
So what I ended up doing was I popped out the chat
Mm-hmm.
I learned that I could make a pop out for chat,
Yeah.
and I was just like, oh, this is freaking awesome. Why did I know about this earlier? And I didn't realize like it would say that I'm streaming right. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Did
Just
you
something
think?
I noticed. Well, I don't know. I didn't open OBS and do it, and I was like, oh dang, this is so neat.
You
And I
gave me the
forgot that it would
keys.
say that I'm
You gave me
live.
the keys to your house, man. Of course, I'm gonna crash here.
I
Yeah.
didn't realize. Oh, but we're in the same. I'm in the next room. I'm gonna stop doing that. What the crap?
Yeah, because people
Love
are
saying that.
legitimately thinking that we live together.
Yeah, I'm just in the just the next door over. I'm gonna keep saying it, but it's just so funny that people believe that.
I mean, you make
I'm
it
gonna-
believable.
I'm telling you, one of these days I'm gonna come by and I'll just be like, hey guys, I'm gonna go back to the couch now.
I'm just gonna. You're gonna be streaming. I'm just gonna walk in the background.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's gonna be like,
Just
have you
like
ever
right
seen?
past.
Have you ever seen the movie Signs?
No,
The
what
Mel
is that?
Gibson movie. It's like it's an alien movie, like a horror movie. And the first time you see the alien, it's in like a recorded footage of like some kid's birthday party in like in some Hispanic speaking country.
Is that the one
And
where it's like in the background? There's always a
Yeah.
picture of something.
it's in the background. It's like these kids celebrate, and then all of a sudden, like the camera
Mhm.
kind of like shifts up to like this alleyway that's like well lit, and then there's like a bush with like a thing sticking out, and then all of a sudden, this like shadowy like alien creature like steps out of it, looks at the camera, and keeps walking. Like that's gonna be me in the background of your.
All of
Just
a
like
sudden, my
just
door
like-
creaks slowly open, and you
Yeah.
just pop it
Yeah,
out.
it's
from
gonna be like it's
Yeah.
gonna be like
Peeking
it's gonna
through.
be like.
Where did he go?
Casually through.
He just oh crap.
For context for the listeners, Tam just like walked across the.
In my America pants.
I was
Yes,
gonna
I
say
saw
nice
them.
pants.
I wasn't
Yeah.
gonna comment on them.
They're really comfy.
I feel like I'm not
They look
allowed
like
to.
they look like beach shorts. What are they called? Not the speedos. What's the other one?
Like swim trunks.
Swimming trunks. There we go.
Yeah.
Can't remember the name.
I mean, it's like whenever I'm working out at home, I have them on. I would never wear these to the gym.
Oh, dude, I don't have legs. No one has seen my legs before, so
Yeah,
they would
Oh,
never
yeah.
believe it. That's why I never have pants.
I have nice
Can't
legs.
have pants if you don't have legs.
I'll say it right now. I have nice legs. I have nice legs.
I have nice calves. I just don't have legs.
Like what? You own like some like cows, like calves?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Just they're really
Yeah,
nice though.
totally.
Got a nice pair of calves. They're over there. Moo.
No.
Oh, you know what I heard recently? I learned that cows apparently they have a best friend and like they always hang out with their best friend.
Shut up.
I don't know if it's an actual thing. Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah. It's
No.
a thing. I thought it was really neat. If like a cow deems you as like their best friend, they'll just like walk over to you.
Okay,
and hang out with you all
well,
the
you're making it harder to eat meat now.
time. Okay.
It's like a cow looking into the window as I'm eating like a hamburger. Like, oh, that was Jeff.
Oh,
that was little Timmy, bro.
Yeah,
Timmy.
Oh, you always use Timmy every time.
I know.
little Timmy the cow. First, he was like some kid who got an Xbox for Christmas,
Mhm.
Thieves, and now he's
playing Sea of Thieves, and got his like entire ship ransacked by some like streamer. And now he's like
Sorry.
a dead cow who's now in a hamburger or Big Mac somewhere.
Oh my god. poor
Tragedy.
Timmy.
All right, now I'm sad I brought that up now. What the crap?
You should be.
Oh, no.
Have you been up to
I'm
anything
still
else
gonna eat
though?
meat later.
You've been up to anything else this week though?
Other than, I mean, not really much. I was supposed to get back into training and stuff this week. Like, when I watched like Shang-Chi, right, the movie that came
Oh,
out.
I
a little
watched.
bit
Oh,
ago.
I just watched that movie too
Oh yeah.
this week.
Well, I watched
actually.
it recently, and one of the weapons that they have there is the American term would be like the rope dart, but it's like the
Mhm.
kusarigama, the one with the blade. So the
Yeah,
chain,
with the
scythe-
kunai
chain
at the
scythe,
end.
There we go.
Yeah, and then there's a meteor
So-
hammer at the other end. Yeah.
I'm so glad somebody else knows.
Yeah.
But yeah, like so they had that weapon, and like for a little while I was practicing it, and I took a break because I don't know, I just got lazy with
Can
it.
you
and
do
then I
that
started picking
thing?
it back up again.
Can you do that thing
Which
where
one?
it's like it like wraps around your leg and then you kick and it goes forward?
I've been practicing that one actually. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a really weird motion, but I don't do it the same smooth like like fluid motion that they can in the movie. So I'm still learning very basic motions and trying to feel out like how the weight of the dart's supposed to go. And I feel like I'm still not like managing the weight efficiently of like how to like move it around and stuff. But after watching the movie and seeing like the character like do that crap and then saw that it was both that meteor hammer and the thing at the other side, I was like, yo, this is sick, bro.
Yeah.
It's like I gotta get back into it because like a couple of my friends, they've seen me when I was practicing it, and I was just kind of like, "This is freaking great, man."
Dude, it's
love
pretty
it so
it's
much.
pretty sick, and it's so impressive to watch it.
Did you like the movie?
Yeah, I thought it was great. Like usually with the
Mm.
Marvel movies, I think like the ensemble movies are like really fun to watch. I don't really like the solo movies as much, but like this one, I really like. I also appreciated how much spoken Mandarin was in it. Because like
Yeah,
something
yeah.
that annoys me to no end in movies is when two characters who have no reason to be speaking English to each other start speaking English to each other because the audience is too dumb to read subtitles.
Mhm.
You know, or they do that thing where they like start out in their native language, and then once they get to the plot relevant dialogue, they switch to English.
Yeah.
It's like, ugh. But Shang-Chi actually like it
They went
avoids
back and
that.
forth.
That's
Yeah,
great.
they go back and forth, but they also establish that like as kids they were trying to learn English so that they can like be better prepared for like the real world, stuff like
Mhm.
that. And but like the first 15 or 20 minutes of the movie, like during that whole like intro, that was all in Mandarin,
Mhm.
and it was fucking
That's pretty
awesome.
cool.
Yeah, it was awesome, and there's so
I
much Mandarin spoken in
I
the
heard
movie.
some of the translation though, some of the meaning
Yeah,
was lost
so
behind it. I think I was talking to my brother or whatever, and he said like the something to do with like either the dad or the connection between the dad and the mom in the movie. There was some deeper meaning when it's said in the like the original language
mhm.
that when it's written down as a subtitle,
There's
it's
a
not properly
yeah,
expressing that feeling,
yeah.
which makes sense because like sometimes languages have like those special words for
Yeah,
specific meanings
and
and we
some
don't
and
have
like
really
idioms don't exactly
weird.
translate over. Like there's like a
Yeah.
line where in the subtitles I think it said like I've lived like 10 of your lifetimes, old man, or something
Hmm.
like that. And
Hmm.
in
I
the
remember
actual
that.
spoken Mandarin, he says I've eaten more salt than you've eaten rice or something. Which like if you put that into like an English subtitle, that doesn't really make
Yeah,
sense to
yeah.
like an American
Yeah.
viewer or something. But like in Chinese,
That's
that
like
like
a philosophical
that's
thing
like
too. Wow.
I've
Yeah,
eaten more
what the
salt than you've
crap?
eaten rice. Yeah, so it's like that's like a big insult, but like to a American viewer, it's like, wait, what? Eating salt over here? What the hell's going on?
The freak is rice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But let's take a quick break because I do need to refill my tea and also like clear my throat a bit. But when
Mhm.
we come back, let's get back with the news, shall we?
Okay.
All right, guys, we're gonna
Sounds
take a
good.
brief intermission here. So go ahead and take a stretch break, take a snack break, whatever you need. We will be right back, guys. Okay, don't go anywhere. And we're back.
But like the lack of.
What?
Oh, I was saying that when we went to break,
Uh-huh.
I got a snack and I don't like it,
Oh.
and I washed it down with alcohol, and I was just kind of like,
Well, that's even worse. If there's a food that you don't like, washing it down with alcohol is like the worst thing you can do.
but I at least like the taste of the alcohol. I don't like the taste of the snack.
Well, maybe it's just a personal thing for me because I don't like the way alcohol tastes at all. So
That's fair. That's fair.
I wish I could
I
get
don't know, if I had tea though. If
I
had
wish
tea,
I could
would.
have the effects of alcohol without having to drink alcohol.
Yeah.
Well, Tim, have you heard of LSD? Let's not talk about
Yeah,
it.
let's say. I think you might have a way.
I think people are gonna message me and be like, "Well, Tam, here's some ways you can get drunk without getting drunk," and I'm like, "Oh, thanks."
Oh, have you heard
Right.
of butt chugging?
I was just oh my fucking god, I was just thinking that, dude, and I didn't want to say it.
Yeah, that's exactly the thing. I think that's the only other option people are gonna bring up
Yeah,
first.
yeah. But hey, we're back. I have some tea, which is already halfway gone. 'Cause I was
What type of tea do you have,
chugging it.
anyways?
Green tea with some honey.
Oh,
Green tea's
nice.
dope.
Um,
I don't always have it with honey, but green tea's good.
I mean, it helps my throat a little bit, so that's good.
oh, sure.
But let's get into our news topics, which we have two main topics today. First of which is I think most people probably are aware of this already. but Monster Hunter Rise is having their next Capcom collab, and it's gonna be a Mega Man collab, specifically Mega Man 11. It's gonna be a Rush layered set for your doggy.
Ay.
Look at that! Wait, it teleported in. Do you think that like when you
I saw that
teleport?
teleported, and that was cool.
Yeah. Oh my god, the jets as well, and the spring.
Yeah.
It's man, these are the Capcom collabs I like to see. It's so sick. It's so
I
sick.
kinda wish they
think
gave us a lipo gun like Mega
Like Mega
Man
Man?
though.
You know what they
Like,
should have done?
that'd be
Like
kind of neat, not just like a palico weapon. Like,
not only that, but
or-
why not have like a Mega Man set for your Palico as well,
Mhm.
so that they can match. So you can have Mega Man and Rush
Yeah.
fighting with you.
Maybe at like the end of the month they'll add that or something. Maybe
Yeah.
if like they
Yeah.
still
Because they
stick with
already-
that. That's the collab, right?
Hmm
They already did that in World, didn't they?
Yeah, the Mega Man one, except it was like the weird demonic pixelated Mega Man.
Yeah.
It like looked really creepy.
Yeah.
But it is
It's a little
specifically,
weird.
and like I mean, I'm assuming like did they just import the model from Mega Man 11 over to Rise? Kind of looks like it.
Maybe.
But-
I'm
Yeah.
curious how that spring's gonna work though. If it's like actually boosting the amount
I
of
don't-
jump we get,
I don't
or
think
if that's
so.
just like a.
It's just a
No.
It just
visual
looks
thing, I
like
think.
that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
Um,
It looks like that jump is not normally that high from your Palamute.
Maybe they have like some type of armor skill that no one ever uses. I don't.
know.
I wouldn't know. We don't.
Maybe
We don't play
who knows?
Rise. We don't play Rise as much as we used to.
I
Man,
know,
I'll
I
just
was-
freaking start streaming Rise again tomorrow.
I
but
was
you.
just saying as well, like
yeah.
the theme, like
Mm.
you were playing the theme song to Rise, and I was like, oh, why does this always already feel nostalgic to me?
hmm
Like I
'Cause the
already
music's
missed it.
good.
The music's
Yeah.
fucking phenomenal. I love it. I love the added vocals to like all the tracks and everything. I think it's like add some nice flavor. I wouldn't want that for every Monster Hunter game, but like for Rise specifically, I really like that they're
Sure.
sticking with a theme with the way
Yeah.
they're doing the music. I think it's awesome. But yeah, this is like after the Akuma one. I think this is like this
Better
is
than
good.
nothing.
Better
Better
than
than nothing.
it's better than the Amaterasu one where there wasn't really much going on there, including
What do
the
you have to do
quest.
for this though?
Oh yeah, what is the quest for it? I
I
wonder
never
what.
actually checked what you had to do.
Yeah, did they say what the quest actually is? The quest itself?
No, and
No?
I'm scared that they didn't because it might be another
Ooh.
gathering.
Might be just like gather some tanks around the frozen islands or
Yeah.
something.
Because I don't know what they want to do with that now. Because they announced it and that's like, oh, it's cool, but we don't really know until
Well, I mean, I'd imagine like
it comes out. I guess.
I'd imagine the quest would be like Zenogre, or like an Apex Zenogre. Man, if it was like, can we make it like 2 Apex Zenogres in the
yeah.
Infernal Springs?
Oh, that'd
Well,
be so cool.
they just showed the in the trailer they were showing that they were fighting a frog in the old game, and in Rise they were like I
Oh.
guess using the example of the Tetranodon. Maybe
You
they're
think-
using another Tetranodon
you
as the
think
event
so?
quest.
Did that Tetranodon look different sized to you? Did it look like bigger than usual? If it's just a Tetranodon, it's gonna be kind of boring.
Yeah.
That's
They
what
gotta
like
make it somewhat more interesting or
Yeah.
more difficult.
that's what Rise
Mhm.
needs, just desperately more quest variety.
Or
Like,
just
not even more
freaking
monsters.
monsters, bro.
Yeah,
would
like I
want
don't
more
even like I
monsters.
don't even care about the monsters as much as I care about like the more quest variety. That would tide me over better. But
Yeah.
and that's why I was like initially kind of positive about the events weekly, because I was like, oh, you know what? At least we'll have like a new like unique event quest every week. But then it just turns out to be like hunt one Almudron in the desert, and I'm like, that's it.
Just one.
Just one. No, nothing. No unique gimmick about it. No unique monster combinations that you haven't fought in the game yet. No.
Yeah.
At least like the village stuff, like that last quest, the for the eye patch, that one with the
The Basil Goose, something else and something
or
else.
Magna, yeah, Basil
Yeah.
and Magna and something.
Yeah.
At least that quest was like kind of fun because that's a lot of like chaos like in one
Oh yeah,
quest.
yeah. I think so too. Yeah. More of that. So like, hopefully this Rush quest has something interesting going for it. I think what I
Yeah.
proposed of the 2 apexes and ogres and the infernal spirits, I don't think that's gonna
That would be
happen.
pretty cool though. I would.
It-
really
that would be cool, but like I don't think that's gonna be the case. It will like honestly, it probably will be like at the Tronodon, but I mean we'll see on the 24th.
we don't
when it
really
actually
have
comes out.
many quests like that though, huh?
What?
We don't have a
No.
lot of double monster quests like that because every quest is it's one main monster and then everything else is fodder for bonking. But
Mhm.
even in like in an arena, we don't have too many of them. We had that one event quest with all 3 of the same Narga, Toby, and some crap, and I was kind of like, I fought the same monster like 3 times. It's not that amusing.
Right.
But if you fight
Yeah.
like 3 completely different monsters where everything's coming from anywhere, that would be more fun. And
Right.
just more arena quests where you can't rely on everything else to do any work for you.
hmm
I don't know. I think that would be more fun for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, again, we'll see. But like, I mean, more high effort event collabs like this, where they actually change the animations and like have like some really cool, unique little gimmicks with like the animations. Like with the Akuma one, you had like the unique gimmicks of, some of the animations on the Wirebug arts changing, like the windmill changing to a Tatsu. And the kunai changing to like a fireball, and the fact that you can air fireball twice, which is like
Yep,
accurate to Akuma, because he does that in like the versus games,
Mhm.
I don't know if he does that. Does he do that in Street Fighter 5? I don't know if he does
I
that.
bought it. I just never actually played it.
I
though.
didn't play any Akuma in Street Fighter 5. I haven't really played Street Fighter 5 since like season 1. But anyway, it's like so much fun. So like I don't know. I'm looking forward to October. You know what? October is like Halloween, so you probably Resident Evil, huh?
Yeah, I would think so.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if Resident Evil actually was going to be the
Yeah.
I guess the next collab.
Yeah.
I think it would be really neat too.
Or Devil May Cry. That's kind of Halloween themed, huh?
In a way.
We still need Virgil.
Oh my god.
I want the Yamato long
I
sword.
want
bro.
it so bad because
my God.
you just know they're gonna have unique animations with it. You gotta, because like by itself, the Yamato looks kind of plain. Like it's kind of a
with the
plain looking
effects
katana.
and like what it does,
But,
like,
like,
that
yeah.
freaking temporal slashes.
Yeah,
Crap.
you gotta have
It's just so neat.
the classic like the thwoom sound effect that
Mhm.
accompanies
Mhm.
I want
the
it. I
dimensional
want it so that when
slashes.
you equip the longsword, that like every time you swing it, like, and if you're about to sheath, it's gonna do a slow sheath, and then the ching,
Yeah.
or like some crap. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
every time you sheath, just to have like a small detail, or like every time you slash in general, it'll leave that clean like cut. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just love that crap every time I
Yeah.
played like whatever I did of
Well.
Devil May Cry.
we'll see. I definitely think Capcom has something in the works for Monster Hunter though, because like
So,
I don't know. There's only
Well-
one thing I'm seeing in the works, bro. Well, not in
Along
the works,
with
but I'm
the-
wondering.
along
Mhm.
with the collab that's coming out though, there was another event. No big surprise, but more stickers.
I had no idea. What's the quest? What's the quest?
It's defeat a Basil in I think it's the Frost Islands, or what is it called?
Yeah,
Is
Frost
it?
Islands, I think.
Is it the Frost Islands?
snow
Yeah,
area,
so
yeah.
you get some pretty cute Dongo stickers, I guess.
But I mean, it's just a Basil Goose in the Frost Islands.
Yeah.
It's not really. Is it like a
Yep.
big Basil Goose? A small one? Like.
It looks perfectly normal.
All right. Thanks for sharing. Nothing.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's just more of
I
updating.
guess.
Maybe,
Something-
maybe like I don't know. It could be a super Basil Goose that like kills you in one hit. Is
Like
that
seething.
is that fun? No. It's just like an It's just like like an advanced quest. You know,
Tempered.
tempered.
Let's just bring tempered back. Why? Oh my god, I'm gonna have said that now. I swear to God, if they bring it back in Rise.
I wasn't too opposed to tempered. Like I mean, it was just
Yeah,
the same monster
it
fight,
just-
but like harder. Because they hit
Yes,
harder.
but it didn't feel much different.
No,
You know,
But,
it's
I
just
mean, it's like,
beefing up their
whatever.
attack and health doesn't really make it a different monster.
what would you rather have Apex?
Well, with no Y stones, yes.
Oh my God.
I want to go balls to the wall, bro.
Yeah.
I just don't want to freaking fight the same thing, just slightly hit harder. Like, you know, I want things to, just
Mhm.
be more fun. You know,
Yeah.
that's why I'm like saying, just go with new monsters or reinvite old monsters, but like, like how they do with Valstrax in this game, it's like super aggressive. It's
Yeah.
freaking great.
We should have like
You know what I mean?
like you know what that sticker event should have been? It should have been Valstrax and Basilgoose.
Like
Mhm.
together in
Yeah.
an arena.
Always in the
I don't know.
arena. Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know. I just always want arena now
That
because
was so aggressive.
I don't know. Every quest to me is the same because it's just this map with 3 other monsters, which means 3 other people go run bonk bonk bonk, and then we fight the guy for free damage. And I'm like, oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
It just doesn't feel like fun to me to know that it's just free damage
I think
waiting for you.
so. Like, I like the idea of wyvern riding, and the implementation's not bad either. But
It's
like
not.
Yeah.
when it starts to become systematic, when the first thing you do in the quest is go over to your not objective, something that's not your
Mhm.
objective, and then like go over to bonk them into your objective, and then bonk your objective into another monster that's not your objective, just so that you can do lots of damage. You know, like
Mhm.
And you
I
keep tripping it up with the wyvern riding too.
yeah, I like wyvern riding. I think it's fucking awesome. But
They do, however, need a cancel option. So like if you don't want to ride it and
well,
you just
that's
want
when
to
you
hit
just
I think-
slam it into a wall and then be done with it.
Yeah, but some people have complaints about that too. That I don't even want that free whatever 50 to 200 damage. You know what I mean? They just want to know that whatever work that they have
Well,
is there. And like I said the same thing. It's like okay, then bonk it and
well,
just leave it alone.
those people can suck a dick.
I'm just saying. I could also say because like sometimes I'll be doing like the spin to win combo, right? If I'm trying to like speed run, like
Yeah.
say the Thunderlord, and I'm doing like my, you know.
I mean,
with the thing.
like what's mounting? You know, like
But
regular
I don't want
mounting.
to mount is the problem. Like, say that takes away damage. Like the time I could have spent like the 3 seconds. It's like 5, maybe like 5. Like the 5 seconds I'm on top of it and then launch it into the closest wall. Those 5 seconds,
Mhm.
I could have already been spinning around and doing stupid amount of damage.
But if you're
in the same
wyvern
amount of time
riding
that I
though,
launched.
like it's literally like get on to just crash it into a wall and you're done.
I
Yeah.
mean,
You know, and then you can
even
get
like
back to
on
it.
top of that, like you don't have to crash into a wall. You can just fling it into a hallway and then it doesn't even take any damage. It just gets tethered to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for speed running, it's just any second
Well,
spent
like
doing nothing but
for
damage is like
for Rise speed runs, I see them doing the bonk bonk bonk.
There's some
Usually.
people that do it, but I don't know what the rules are going to be for Rise. If there's going to be
Oh, like
a
the
rule where it's like,
TA
oh, like how in,
rules.
yeah,
Didn't
because
they-
like you using your clutch claw or not using your clutch claw, or you know, like
Didn't they
in
already
G, or like don't use
release-
this or this, you know.
They already released rules for TA, didn't it? It was like you can't use certain like endemic life around that give you buffs or whatever, and like
I
stuff
don't
like
know,
that.
something. I just remember like say for World, at least one of the guys that I used to watch that speed runs whatever. I think oftentimes he would just like he'd tenderize the part, but he wouldn't launch it. He would just hop off and then continue hitting that part or something. And
Right.
Yeah.
Oh no,
in
no, yeah.
general, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah. Like there's like a lot of greatsword users will, when they go into the clagger, as people will call it, which is the unique stagger mechanic in World, where
Yeah,
like the monster like
yeah.
where they like yeah, they have that like unique flinch animation where they start drooling.
Mhm.
If you use a clutch claw, that extends the duration of that stagger. So what you'll see a lot of players do is they'll get the monster into clagger. They call it clagger because clutch claw. It's whatever. The clutch
Yeah.
stagger. But anyway, they'll get into that position, and then they'll clutch and then let go immediately, and then like charge like a charge slash or something, and continue hitting,
Yeah.
rather than like tenderizing or running it into a wall.
But I don't. I think I guess it differs for Rise though, since you don't have that same
Yeah.
mechanic there. And I think it just makes sense because some people are like, especially for me when I'm trying to do combos and stuff.
Mhm.
I'm not like a speedrunner, sure, in like Rise or anything. I mean, I have fun doing it. I'm not great at it, but even though I know I could just send into a wall or just not do it,
Right.
like my only alternative is to just not hit it until it gets back up,
Do you
and
think?
that's like also not good.
Well, like Capcom definitely doesn't develop these games for speedrunners. I can say that right now.
No, they definitely don't. But I was just kind of like, if I wanted to hit it even casually, if I'm not
Right.
like focused on it,
Mhm.
and then somebody wyvern rides, and I just want to hit it and deal damage rather than
Right.
having it go all over the place. That
Yeah.
could also be good and bad. It's just something like that. But other than that, I said the same thing. I was just okay, just bonk it into a wall and just go, like, and then just continue. Like
Mhm.
there's nothing you could do to stop it. But I don't know why they would have not had that option. Like how remember with Nebelsnarf, like when you hit it out the sand
Yeah.
and you have the chance to fish it up.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of like that. You choose if you want to do that crap. If your weapon's out, you're just hitting it. If you put your weapon away and then do
I
it,
agree with
then boom,
I
you can
agree
do
with that. Like, yeah, when it has the Wyvern Ride stagger,
Mm-hmm.
instead of activating when you just hit, it should activate only when you press A.
Yeah, when you
Only,
don't
only
have
when
your
you
weapon
sheath. Yeah,
open.
only when you
Exactly.
sheath and then do the.
That would make more sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like lower the duration that the monsters in that stagger animation, because they're in it for a while
We are.
in Rise. They're in it for like a solid like 15 seconds.
Yeah.
It's like
that finisher move is really cool though too. So I can't, I can't get too bad.
yeah. But like they're in that for a while, so it's like a good way to balancing that. I think would be keep that animation, because like you still want to give people the option to Wyvern Ride, but let them wail on the monster, and then like if you really want to Wyvern Ride, sheath your weapon, then press A next to it, and then you can off to the races. I think that's a more elegant solution than just removing Wyvern riding entirely.
Oh yeah, I'm not trying to remove it. I mean, it's like I loved it. Like I love running around and just like going everywhere with the monster.
Yeah.
But I also know that like if I was just trying to do work and then leave, I would just be like, yeah, can I put my weapon away and then choose to ride it instead of because it like any weapon in this game, it's just one quick motion and you're done. You know what I mean? There's not really too many issues you have putting it away, especially for how long the monster is going to be like that for. So at that point, it might just be easier to just set it that way. But I don't know. It's like a future update.
Yeah.
If
Maybe.
they even consider that, but
Yeah,
it's fine.
So you brought something else up in relation to the Rush trailer, and that was Why don't you talk about it?
I thought it was interesting, and I think in another past trailer they did something similar. Maybe it was for the Okami, but in this trailer specifically, you see like a Palamute capture window, like a Palamute POV of them fighting the monster. And in my head, I'm thinking they wouldn't put one different move sets on all the Palamutes and Palicos, like different like stuff that they can do, had it not had some sort of importance to the game. I'm thinking due to whatever like setbacks and stuff from COVID, that at some point, or if it was intended, that we would actually be able to play as a Palamute or Palico, because it doesn't make sense why they would say, oh, this one can do the topsy-turvy, throw the top move, or this one can roll a ball, or this one can blow up whatever. You know what I mean? It wouldn't make sense to even know that these Palicos or Palamutes can do that.
Not with this update, but like with future, yeah.
And then like seeing specific windows for the dog or the cat like fighting the monster themselves, and I don't even see like a hunter in sight. In the couple of seconds, at least in this one,
there was you can
oh, was there?
Yeah, you can see right there. You saw him.
Oh, I think he just slipped by. Okay, yeah. But there's specific windows just for the Palico or Palamute moving around and fighting. So I was like, oh.
I mean, I think that's just.
I wonder if, because it would have been kind of neat feature if they actually threw that in there, because we already know what it's like to play as a Palico or Palamute, and I wouldn't be surprised if they intended to do that in this game, but they just haven't either one rolled it out in an update, or two, just haven't done it.
Right.
Because they change animations and stuff, or changed how game mechanics worked with like the Akuma update. What's to say they won't incorporate more things to the game like this? You know what I mean?
So like I agree with you as far as like eventually they'll probably make Prowlers a thing in Rise, maybe.
Yeah.
But I think the Palamute or Palico point of view in the trailers, that's just like the devs going into like debug mode, and like just having the camera focus on the dog or the cat instead of the player, just for like the trailer shot,
Yeah.
That's why I was just kind of like, it looked really cool, and then I realized like, why would they have a specific window for it? But if you're mentioning there's that, I guess almost like a dev window.
Yeah, like a dev mode,
yeah. That kind of makes sense.
I mean, but like that doesn't mean I don't want to see playable Palicos and Palamute. It's like far from it. I want to see them so bad. And possibly if there ever is a G rank expansion for Rise, I think that's like your best bet of seeing them. If not, Monster Hunter 6 maybe. I would be okay with not having a new weapon in Monster Hunter 6 if they just like let us control Palicos and Palamutes. Which, by the way,
in itself, that's a whole nother,
Yeah, by the way, Palamutes like 100% coming back in Monster Hunter 6. I don't see them ever doing away with Palamutes. At this point,
get rid of them now.
you can't introduce you can't introduce a dog companion to your video game and not have it in the next follow-up game, you know? It's just people love dogs. People love them so much.
Yeah, and I unless if they do like a what's it called? Remember Jack and Daxter? I don't know if you played Jack and Daxter. They played they had like the use of different cars and crap, and they had other what the other mechanic was, the jet, like that wave jet board crap. And that one was a lot of fun. I loved like just well, I guess it's hovering, but I loved like hovering around in different like cruisers or like the enemies like military red big bad like gunning ship or some crap, or just like a I don't know. There's some other like versions of cars that looked like it, whatever, and I was kind of like, oh,
Yeah.
Also,
kind of neat.
Also,
But if you do
apologies
the-
on the. Oh, I'm sorry. Just
the phone call?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was an office
Cam?
phone call right there. So
I
I just
actually thought that like that was my phone because we have the same ringer for like a landline or whatever. So I was like panicking for
Yeah.
a second about like reaching for my mic to mute.
yeah, but,
I was like-
sorry about that. In case people were wondering what the hell that sound was. Okay, continue.
Yeah. But the other reason why I bring up for Jack and Daxter was that you were able to do this wave board thing. So you kind of be like cruising and like the surfboard looking whatever,
Yeah.
do tricks off walls and crap. And I was like, dang, I really like that. I hope they bring that back in whatever. I mean, they had like their own Jack and Daxter racing game, but the surfing crap was just really cool. Well, not surfing, but the hoverboarding crap was really cool. And now that they incorporated Palamute, where you could like I never want to lose that feeling, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it's so much fun doing that side drift and then that burst in speed is super cool.
Oh yeah, it's really satisfying. And it's a cool animation too. Like to see like the dog like fucking Tokyo drifting all over the place. It's a cool aesthetic. I'm a
yeah.
fan.
I want to see if they do something different because, like, at that point, what are they gonna add? Like a literal like rocket? Like, is Monster to go mecha or some crap like in the next game? Like, it's hard because they're going backwards now into the more Japanese-esque style. So, do we just go forward with like Monster Hunter in space?
Well, we
Yeah,
go
I
back
don't
to whatever aesthetic World had, which was Monster Hunter in its purest form, I guess. Right?
Pure. I don't even it's pure.
I don't even know what that's like supposed to mean, but like
Oh.
Jeez.
but did you have anything to add for us?
I don't know. It's just like I would love to see, what Capcom could do with bringing back Palicos and Palamutes, or like as playable.
Wait, what if like okay, the equivalent of a Palamute is for a Palico, they get 4 Palicos and they just transport you on a cart when you ride the Palico.
Like a parade
And they'll
float?
still do the zoom crap and they'll drift on the cart and then when you
Why
jump
not-
off them, you just launch onto the floor.
Why not just add a car?
Yeah, you
Oh,
might as well just
oh,
add
yeah,
a car.
Monster Hunter Modern Ultimate.
Yeah.
We're all just inside of our houses playing a game. We're not even hunting. It's just Monster Hunter Simulator.
Oh my god.
It's they're gonna pull like some
to play the game controller.
Monster Hunter's gonna pull like some Assassin's Creed bullshit with like a modern day storyline. Where it's like,
Yeah.
oh, you need to access your ancestors' memories who used to hunt. I'm like, oh fuck, no. Oh, you know what?
Can I just call
Next-
my phone or whatever?
Fuck. Hold on. Next Monster Hunter game, Monster Hunter 6, is going to be a sequel to the Monster Hunter movie, Hollywood's Monster Hunter movie.
Oh wait, but Bollywood though. No.
No.
No, it's gonna be Mila Jovovich is gonna be a main NPC in Monster
The
Hunter
main,
6.
she's gonna be the hand.
Man,
now.
talk about like we've talked about like what would get us to not play a Monster Hunter game. I think that would do it for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I think that would do it if they like really pushed the the story of like the Hollywood Monster Hunter movie. It was like Monster Hunter 6 continues the story from Artemis's Monster Hunter adventure in the Monster Hunter movie.
God, I just no. No.
No.
I don't want it. I don't want it. No.
Too bad. Capcom's Hollywood now.
They're listening to us and they're like, write it down, write it down.
Write that down. Write that shit down. They want it. They said it. They said they want
Regardless
it.
of what they're saying afterwards, they want it.
Yeah. But here's some other news that happened a couple weeks ago. Is that there's a private server for Monster Hunter Tri in the works. I have the article up here. Let me zoom in there a bit. So, Monster Hunter Tri, for people who are unfamiliar, is... And this isn't Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate on the Wii U and 3DS. This is Monster Hunter Tri on the Wii. The first game in third generation Monster Hunter. And this is a... I wouldn't say a big deal, but a decently sized deal.
Pretty cool.
Because there are aspects to Tri that were seriously lost in 3 Ultimate that were like only ever in Tri. So things like Loklak City, which was the online hub. It was a totally different online hub than 3 Ultimate with a totally different aesthetic. It was much more of like a robust city than like just a Tanzia port.
Yeah, it was just a port.
The bowgun system was completely different.
Oh, is that the nuts one with the like the 1, 2, 3?
Yeah, where you have to make 3 different components for your bowgun, and depending on what combination of parts, it determined whether your bowgun was a light bowgun, a heavy bowgun, or a medium bowgun. Yeah,
that was really cool.
Yeah, so not only that, but there was also motion controls if you played on a Wiimote and nunchuck for Monster Hunter Tri. It was so weird.
Oh boy.
And there was like this like unique system where if you saw a monster out in the field, you had to you could open up your journal, use your Wiimote to drag a reticule to the monster and drag it into your journal so that you had it in your hunter's notes.
Oh, interesting.
It's like
actually kind of cool.
That's
actually kind of cool.
Yeah, there were a lot of neat ideas in the original Monster Hunter Tri that aren't in Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. But also Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate added a lot of cool things too. Like they added the rest of the weapons in because Monster Hunter Tri actually got rid of all but one of the new weapons that were introduced in second generation. They brought back Longsword and that was it.
Yeah.
Greatsword, lance, hammer, and the bowguns, and sword and shield were the other weapons that were in it. And switch axe. Switch axe was new. Have they ever removed the weapon? Does Prowler count?
Yeah. I guess pets aside, I think there was one game going from 3 to 4. No,
medium bowgun. Medium bowgun got removed.
I guess medium bowgun is the only one then. Yeah.
Would Frontier isn't there a weapon?
There's Tonfa and Magnet Spike in Frontier.
Yeah.
Magnet Spike, bro.
Yeah,
every time I mention Magnet Spike, someone somewhere is nutting.
He's right here.
So I was Magnet Spike. Oh, let's go!
I don't know who said it, but let's go.
Yeah.
Someone's talking about Magnet Spike somewhere. Oh shit.
Here we go again.
But yeah, there's a private server for Tri being set up for Dolphin emulation for Wii. So because Tri's servers were taken down when the Wii's general online servers were taken down all at once.
Yeah.
So it's impossible to play Tri online on a Wii currently. But some people are trying to put together a private server so that people can experience that again and experience what Loklak City was and the original Gen Moran fight and everything. It's being made by Sepalani and someone else, Unusual Z.
Oh, cool.
And Yeah, so April 30th, 2013. I'll read it verbatim right here. Is Cepelani started with this project when Capcom decided to shut down the game servers in April 30th, 2013. So this is a project that has been
In the
like
works.
in the works for 8 years.
Wow.
8 years they've been working on this server. Like, yeah, they started this project when Capcom shut down the servers on April 30th, 2013. He has been hard at work, although not always since then, preserving as much of the game's structure as he can. His first commit for the project was on April 4th, 2015. On the other side, I started working on the project on February 2021.
This is such perfect timing for it as well, because like so many people are rolling back to the older games.
Yeah, I've
And
been
it's just
noticing that too. There's been a trend
Yeah.
of people like really wanting to explore the history of Monster Hunter, and
Yeah.
it's like Monster Hunter Tri. I feel like is the one game that gets ignored the most because
Well,
Tri
yeah, 'cause-
Ultimate exists.
Well, yeah, like the Wii U, like people
Yeah.
are most likely gonna pick up that, whether it's through emulation or through their Wii U,
Mm-hmm.
because the servers are still online
Yeah.
for the Wii U.
Yeah, given the choice between 3 Ultimate and Tri, it's like, why wouldn't you recommend 3 Ultimate over Tri, right?
Yeah.
Because that's like all the improvements, all the weapons are back, more monsters, subspecies, things like that.
Yeah.
Plus, it has an actual functioning online with the Wii U. So
Wait,
it's like,
3U? I can do the medium bowgun?
no, you can't do medium
Sorry.
bowgun with 3U.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what the crap? Like,
No. Only
I
try.
can't do that.
Yeah.
I
They-
never,
yeah.
I never touched the gun system in any game until GU.
Yeah, 3U switch the gun system back to just craft a light bowgun or a heavy bowgun, and you're done.
Yeah.
Really unique system. But right now, how far is the project? Currently, the project, which is being termed Monster Hunter Tri Special, MH3SP, which I'm assuming is pronounced Monster Hunter Tri Special. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or like Monster Hunter Tri Server Private. I don't know.
Trispa.
Um,
Trispa.
It's a proof of concept.
Something.
We only wanted to prove that we could do it. Much, if not all, of the non-essential features of the server are not implemented. That includes Capcom ID, friends, chat, multiplayer, among other things. So they haven't it's like a proof of concept currently, but they haven't implemented things like, the friends and the chat and like most important of all, multiplayer. But
Yeah, it's gonna take a while.
yeah, but if they can pull it off, then sign me up, because Tri was the first Monster Hunter game I ever laid hands on. And I have like a lot of nostalgia for that game. Tons of nostalgia. That game was the reason why I bought a classic controller on my Wii. I started out with the Wiimote and nunchuck, and I was like, I fucking can't do this.
Yeah.
That
is weird.
Yeah, it's weird. But
Yeah, I really couldn't imagine using a Wiimote.
It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad.
Well, no, I'm saying in terms for like a Monster Hunter though. Like,
Mhm.
I used to own a Wii, but just using it for a
You have your
Eh.
Joy-Cons for your Switch, right?
yeah, but I
Play
don't use
GU or
them.
Rise with them separately, and it's like you've never played the game before.
just pretend to go through the motions as you're pressing the buttons.
I'm
It's like you're
telling
charging
you,
up your greatsword. You're just like, "Ugh."
I tried it the other day at a friend's house who wanted to get into the game, and I was like, oh, freaking, I only got these nunchucks. I got my Joy-Cons. What the crap?
Joy-Cons, there you
I say
go.
nunchuck.
Your
And I
con
was just like,
joys.
Yeah, I got the Joy Boys. I got my Joy Boys.
Your
and I
Joy
was just kinda
Boys, there
like,
you go.
yeah, I had them, and I was like, oh, I mean, it should be easy enough to show what like this weapon does in Rise. It's not that hard.
Mhm.
And I start using my Joy Cons, and I'm just like, I freaking like when you had to hold them together, and I'm like, oh, okay. But I hold them apart. I'm like, oh no,
Oh no.
it's so weird, bro. When you have to play like with it, I don't know what happens, but something feels different. It's scary.
Yeah.
Does.
But like, if people are wondering what you can currently do with this, because like, you can actually start like a local server from the emulation and play the online content solo. So it's like, while they don't have the multiplayer working, you can play solo, and they have instructions on how to do it on the main pages of the project. So like, I think if you look up MH3SP, Monster Hunter Tri Dolphin Emulator, it will probably come up with a link of how to start doing it.
Yeah.
But here we go. When do we expect to finish the server? We can't give you an ETA because, like I said before, we have lives outside of this hobby. Keyword hobby, guys. We were talking about this before. Hey, it's important to have multiple pillars of success in your life, okay? In the coming months, we are going to be working on a production grade server because just like you, we want to hunt with our fellow hunters. So they are hard at work on going through with this. Here, the help us section here. Many kinds of people can help this project, technical and even non-technical ones. For instance, people can help restoring content that was lost, such as online event/arena quests. It can be based on wikis, YouTube videos, or other medias that has to be done for every languages. On the technical side, people willing to help reverse engineer and share their knowledge on the game. It can be network protocol, quest structure, save data structure, etc. Feel free to join the Discord for more details. So if anyone listening right now is like interested in helping out with like the private Monster Hunter Tri server, like there's the Discord link right there. So like if that's something that you think like you think you have the technical know-how and want to chip in and help out with like the private Monster Hunter Tri server for Dolphin, like the Discord's right there.
Then you let them know that you came out here and like that we told you specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, no reason to let them know. Just be like,
sponsorship or anything, bro. It's
No,
crazy,
but I mean, if you're.
No, but like on a serious note though, like as soon as I saw this news, I was like, oh fuck. Like I've been wanting to jump back into Monster Hunter Tri for like the longest time, but like there's no like way of doing the online like functionally at the moment. And so it's something that like I would love to get back into. But obviously I don't have the technical know-how to even attempt to try to do something like that, but I've gone back and played other Monster Hunter games, but like nothing has called me back more than Monster Hunter Tri, and playing 3 Ultimate just isn't the same. You know? It just doesn't feel the same as playing Tri for the first time. I don't know. You guys never played Tri, right? You guys played 3 Ultimate.
I went 3 forward.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, Tri was just... There was like... Tri was so weird, and there was also like these weird commercials. I don't know if you guys ever saw the Monster Hunter Tri commercials. Have you ever seen
Not the commercial for Tri. I've seen some of the other more modern ones that they made, which I really like.
Yeah.
Those are really fun. But they were like advertising like an energy drink, or I guess it might have been the movie, but in general, those are really fun.
I'm not gonna have the volume on, but this was the commercial, the marketing campaign for Monster Hunter Tri in the West was quite different.
Oh.
It was quite different because this is like Monster Hunter was still not big in the States. Monster Hunter Tri was probably like the best-selling Monster Hunter game in the States at the time. But like you could see the marketing campaign was pretty unique. There was like this like Viking guy that would go around.
Like, why is there a Viking?
Yeah, there was this one commercial where it was this Viking guy and he had like a Legiacris head on like the back of a carriage, and he would like be on college campuses and be like, I hunted this Legiacris like the other day, and like all this like cool stuff. It's like crap. You know what's funny is that there's no crabs in Monster Hunter Tri at all.
He was just hungry and he was just holding it.
Yeah.
His snack after his shoot.
Oh my god. And the intro movie for Tri was different too. And oh my god. I miss Tri so much, even though it's like a lot of it is accessible through 3 Ultimate, but like I think it's like it's mostly just like the feeling of playing it for the first time. But like
some of those in-game shots are really neat though.
Yeah. Yeah. Monster Hunter Tri.
Maybe Strays out there doing a whole dude, we should go with a Viking theme for Monster Hunter.
Oh, you know what? That would be like
kinda neat.
It's kind of like Norse and like go like a Norse angle as well. That would be sick.
Just for even if it was just like honestly for an event quest maybe, sure. But...
So you know how all of Rise's monsters are themed after yokai? Have all of like this new like Viking Monster Hunter have all the monsters be themed off of like Norse gods?
No, just How to Train Your Dragon, bro.
Ooh.
How to Train Your Dragon. I mean, like, yeah, you could like, you could have that aesthetic, but like all the
Elder Dragon.
But like, how about like a monster like themed after like the trickster god Loki, and it's like cloning
Oh,
itself,
that would be cool.
That would be really cool.
or it's like a
Dude, a cloning monster would be sick. Like instead of like say a Teo particle effect, it's just another like whatever monster of it, and it's like a smaller monster.
or it's doing that like ninja thing where it like leaves after images.
Oh, that would be so much fun. And you have to
Dang.
guess which one.
Yeah,
that'd be
yeah,
really
like
cool.
Like it uses Chameleo's mist, and then it like projects like different like fake versions of it. So you know how it like phases in and
Yeah.
out.
yeah, like yeah.
That'd be freaking cool.
That would be really cool.
There's a lot of cool ideas, and of course,
We
like you
keep
need like a
talking- Yeah, we just keep bringing up like different ideas for monsters today, and it's a lot of fun.
a thunder gosso rag that has a hammer. Who I wonder what Norse god that could be based off of.
Gee, I wonder.
Can't
But-
think of them. Sorry.
But like,
Still going. I don't know.
yeah, back
I
to
don't know.
the topic of Try though. Believe it or not, Try was actually not that popular. Like it was actually kind of a controversial game for the Monster Hunter community at the time.
Controversial.
Yeah, because it was the lowest monster count since the first Monster Hunter. Because the only monsters that they brought back from the original series for Monster Hunter Try, I think it was like Rathalos, Rathian, and Diablos.
Have
Every
three
other-
monsters only in the game.
No. Well, those are the
Oh, no,
only
you
monsters
mean
they brought
returning,
back.
returning.
Yeah, returning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Every other monster I think was new. I'm trying to think if I missed any. I don't think I did. But
That
I
weird
mean,
fish you showed me before, is that in that game?
what weird fish?
Weird.
Yamasukami?
I don't know, that weird like half anchovy, half human looking.
Oh, the front. No, that was a crossover with a horror manga.
Oh, okay, thank
That
God
was-
that was.
Yeah.
I never want to see that again.
But Try also introduced some of the best monsters in the series. I mean, Giganox was introduced in Try, bros.
That's
Giganox.
true.
You know how much I
Man.
love Giganox.
I
And
know.
You're just leading this one as your final statement. All right, thanks for the stream. Just want to say Giganox is great.
But also, I mean, Lagiacrus as well and Barioth. Sudeus has become a favorite, even though you can only fight it underwater.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which also, I mean, I say this a lot, but give underwater another shot, Capcom. Come on.
I know. Come on, please.
Yeah, come on. But yeah.
Rada, I know you don't like it. I know you fall asleep to it, but they could really improve it.
Someone in chat said there were only 18 monsters in Try. Yeah. Try only had 18 monsters. And you know what the end game was? The end game loop?
Huh.
Fuck you. That was what the end game loop was in Try.
Hey, I'm so glad I didn't ask what.
there was no like end game to Try at all. It was like farming like Elatrion Sky Piercers. That was it.
Oh, fun.
And,
But
and you
just
know how
because
people
you had nothing else to do.
Yeah, and you know how people farmed it? You would there would be like a specific bowgun build that you would have to make. And by bowgun build, I mean the bowgun itself, because remember, you had to craft each
Your
individual
gun.
component. Yeah. So there was like a certain bowgun build for pellet ammo. What was it called? No, I think it was called pellet ammo back then, wasn't it? Or no, or they keep changing the ammo names, and I keep getting like
I know.
shrapnel, spread. They're like,
spread.
what are you called in this game? I don't even know. Cluster, sticky.
Yeah.
But anyway, there was a like where you would have to climb up to like the top of one of the sides of the Elatrion arena, and you would have to wait until Elatrion would get its horn stuck into the side. So then you would just like blast it constantly, you know, until the Sky Piercer's broken, and you just killed it. And that was that. That's what people did in Endgame for Try. That was all they did. And you know what?
Wow.
At the
And yet
time, it was
people-
boring as hell, but I look back on it fondly.
Yeah. Yet people still absolutely love it.
Yeah, the first
So
time I
was the
ever
medium
used,
bowgun still what you used though, or
I think it was actually a heavy bowgun. Yeah,
Mhm.
because you had to go into siege mode for it to work well. But medium bowgun, by the way, was kind of a bit busted. It was really flexible in how you could play medium bowgun, because I think it could either have like siege mode or rapid fire. The rapid fire wouldn't be as good as light bowgun, but it could still rapid fire. Like it would be like a rapid fire that would like shoot like 2 shots, for example, instead of like 3 shots or something, you know.
Yeah.
still
Um,
strong?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, it was kind of like a best of both worlds kind of thing with medium bowgun, and I can see why they took it out because I think that whole bowgun crafting system was really intimidating for people. Like the first
Yeah,
time,
that's weird.
literally the first time I used bowgun in the Monster Hunter series was in Try, and the first hunt I ever did was an Elatrion Skypiercer farm. They were just like, I had my friends there, and they were like, all right, Tam, this is what you do. You build this, you build this, you build this, get this armor, get this ammo, you're good. Okay, now just follow our lead. And I was like, okay.
Help.
Yeah. Oh boy, it was a time.
Proceeded to Hame the crap out of it the next 3 hours.
Yeah. But yeah, there was like a lot of cool things in Try. Like the online city I was talking about. Whenever like you couldn't do Gen Moran whenever you wanted. It had to be like a certain there had to be certain conditions, and if there was like a sandstorm going through the city, that's when Gen Moran arrives. Because the lore behind Gen Moran is that like it lives out in the desert, right? And Loklak City is in the desert, and Gen Moran, it's less about like defending the city and more about like it was like seen as like a ceremony, like a celebration sort of thing, you know. So whenever the Gen Moran would come, it's like it's party time, and like people would like go out and hunt the Gen Moran and repel it from the city, because Gen Moran is like its course was like right into the city. Like it was like I don't know why they didn't just relocate the city, build a new
They
city
always
somewhere else.
do that, where they
But,
don't
like,
relocate.
I don't know. But like that was the thing. In fact, I think there's like a cutscene. Hold on, let me look up the Gen Moran ecology scene here. Here it is. Yeah, this is from Monster Hunter Try. This ecology scene of like the hunt, the Gen Moran hunt was like a big celebration, like a festival sort of thing. Like one part festival, another part, you know, defend the fucking city.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gen Moran had like close ties to the online city of Monster Hunter Try. So it's like I feel like some of that lore is lost when you just have Gen Moran in a game like 4 Ultimate or 3 Ultimate, where it's just like, oh well, it's just a desert and we're just gonna kill this.
Yeah, it's just kind of there. Let's go.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, like I'm getting such nostalgia watching this cutscene right now. It's amazing. Oh, we need ecology cutscenes to come back.
That looks
Yeah.
really bad because if they travel in a pack like that, whoever's behind is just gonna, with all the sand, like just.
Oh yeah, just like all the sand getting kicked up. It's like when you're driving on like a muddy road behind someone.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
God.
and you're just like absolutely decimating their windshield, or that happening to you.
Yeah.
That's just kind of like I'm picturing it.
Wait,
Looking at it right now.
my favorite part's coming up. Okay, so they're using like the ballista binders on it, right? So they're like all connected to it. But then you see the boats like jostling and shit. And then Gen Moran just jumps up and all the boats are just like, oh!
Yeah. Alright. Didn't think about that.
Yeah, we didn't think that through. Oh boy.
Well,
Oh
here we
boy,
go.
oh boy. Yeah. Oh man, these cutscenes are fucking fucking awesome.
Where's the Viking from the commercial? That's really weird. Well, I thought he would be in the game.
Yeah.
Where's all the
He's with Mila Jovovich. He's gonna be in the sequel to the
sorry,
Hollywood
yeah.
movie. Yeah. It's called.
Oh, that's a
Oh
scary
no, I
shot.
guess they're fucking dead. Oh boy.
Oh, they're definitely
alright.
dead.
Yeah, no,
bro.
they're definitely. Oh no, maybe not. Just kidding. No, we came back and we have a jewel. So this was
Just
like
kidding.
that was
Decarded.
the quest gate for Loklak City. So that's where you
Yeah,
went
yeah,
to like
yeah.
prepare and stuff.
That's cool.
But yeah, dude, it's a lot of like unfound history that not a lot of people know about in Monster Hunter Try. That's like because it's so hard and difficult to play that game now. You know.
Yeah. It's
So
awkward.
I don't know. I'm really looking forward to seeing developments on that Monster Hunter Try server, and if there are like updates to it, I definitely do want to talk about it because Monster Hunter Try is so special. What was your first Monster Hunter games, by the way?
Monster Hunter 3U.
Same.
Yeah.
Oh wow, we're all 3rd gen babies.
Yep.
Is third generation classic, or is it still like kind of newish?
I
I would say it's classic now.
Yeah, I guess
It's
so.
been enough time to say it's a classic one.
Yeah.
At least I think.
Is it?
I mean, 10 years, right? Would
Has it
make
been?
I
When
don't know.
did-
I feel like if it's been 10 years, I feel like that's enough to say like
When
Bro.
did
like a
Try
classic
come
now.
out? Well, Try and 3 Ultimate had like quite a few years between them. Try came out in 2009.
Damn.
3 Ultimate came out in 2011. So there was 2 years in between.
Okay.
So yeah, if you started in 3U, that's 10 years. If
Yeah.
you started in Try like me, that's 12
Ooh.
years. Oh my god,
Ooh.
12 years.
Yeah, it's not old enough to call it like retro or anything, but it's just kind of like
Definitely not retro. I would in fact I think like retro to me is any game made in the N64
Pixel-looking.
era and before.
Yeah, that would be retro.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
retro to me. Like PS2 and Xbox original and GameCube games, like I don't consider them retro. I consider them
They're just
classic.
Classic. Yeah,
Classic.
yeah.
Like Monster Hunter 1 and Freedom Unite and all those games, I would consider them classics. I don't know what I would
Mhm.
deem Try though. I guess Try's just an old game.
It's
It's
just
just
older.
old.
It's just old.
Yeah. It's old.
It's old, but 3 Ultimate is still
Ugh.
like I think pretty modern. It's only 10 years.
It aged pretty well as well.
Oh my god,
Like, when
Try yeah, 3 Ultimate looks leaps and bounds better than Generations Ultimate. I'm just saying it right now.
It's just like, I don't know. When I was playing 3 Ultimate recently, and I'm gonna be picking it up again soon,
Mhm.
it's got a weird bloom effect on it.
It's I
Like
think
the lighting.
the lighting is
It's
rendered
just
differently.
it's very weird and very bloom-like, as if you're fighting a Teostra in the desert or something.
Mhm.
It's just like, I don't know.
This is the Ryu one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
playing the
this is
3U trailer.
this is 3 Ultimate.
Yep. I
I
recognize
love
this.
the 3-1.
Yep.
That
So
one.
great.
That's the one that gives me that feeling with the music too.
Nostalgia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try's theme I will maintain as the best individual generation theme for Monster Hunter.
Mhm.
World comes close. World's main theme comes close,
Yeah, it's got a good theme.
but Try's is it's just nostalgia to me. It's like I can't keep my biases in check when it comes to Monster Hunter. If you look at Monster Hunter like in terms of me, it's like who's your favorite character, Tam? Oh, Cha-Cha. Who's your favorite monster? Giganox. What's your favorite game? 3 Ultimate. It's like, oh, wow, Tam, I wonder where your biases lay.
Gee, I see a theme
know?
here.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh man.
But look at Cha-Cha.
Cha-Cha's
Dude,
great
I
though.
miss Cha-Cha
Making
and
a little
Kayamba so much.
sandcastle
Yeah.
on the beach right before he gets eaten.
Dude, I miss my Shakalaka boys so much.
I know, same. You
Which
see
was
them
your
in
favorite
GU,
mask?
but
My favorite
What's
mask?
your favorite mask?
What did I use a lot? I used the
There are only
fluffy
two.
mask. I used the fluffy mask a lot because
you
it
used
had the psycho serum. It was like
No.
just a psycho serum.
Grill. You gotta barbecue
mask.
everything, bro.
I was
That's
gonna say like, Tam, I saw
here,
you using
and
this
right
bit for a
underneath
while.
is the ultimate one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean the grill mask also makes it so that they throw bombs more, I think.
How does it?
Yeah,
Mm.
that's the combat usage for it. I used the fluffy mask a lot though because I just like the psycho serum effect, and plus, the fluffy mask made it so that they were strictly passive in battle. Like they didn't do any attacks or anything. They just like played a pure support role, which at the time I liked, but I think nowadays I would probably like go with a different mask probably. I
I like the ultimate one when they said that like it's I think it's like before it becomes the ultimate mask. When it's like, oh, it's just a stupid, really
Yeah.
terrible
Yeah.
statted thing. I'm
And
like,
it doesn't have
love
any
this.
abilities. It has like yeah.
yeah, that's my second favorite one because it just had no use up until the thing, and I was kind of like,
Mhm.
yeah, I'll use this.
Oh, that's another difference. That's another difference I didn't talk about between 3 and Try and 3 Ultimate was that Kayamba wasn't added until 3 Ultimate, which
Oh,
is
really?
which is why I have such a heavy Cha-Cha bias. Is because
Which is fair. I like Cha-Cha.
Yeah, Monster Hunter
Yeah.
Try. It was just you and Cha-Cha. That was like, I think that was something that was really special about Monster Hunter Try, and to an extent 3 Ultimate story as well. Is that it wasn't just your individual story and journey, but it was also like you shared it with Cha-Cha and Kayamba as well. Because like
Even
you
though
know
one
when
of them caused all the issues, anyways.
kind of not really.
It's like Jar Jar Binks in Star Wars or some
Not
crap.
really.
Like how he's.
Not really, but
Well-
like
It's just like the cute thing was that they actually showed that there was like an in-game bond system or whatever. So like
Yeah.
Cha-Cha and Kayamba would like start out as like enemies or whatever, and over time, if they continued to hunt
Oh,
together, they would
yeah.
like get closer or whatever.
Mhm.
So I thought
I
that
think I
was
know what
pretty
you're talking
cool.
about.
yeah. Like
They would work better together.
I mean, like, despite how much you can customize your Palicos in the other games, I don't really feel like there is as much of a personal connection between your
Nope.
Palico and your Hunter in comparison to like Cha-Cha and Kayamba and your Hunter, because Cha-Cha and Kayamba, they actually had like personalities, you know? They had personalities, they had goals, they had they would bicker with each other. They would like, you know, talk to you in story relevant cutscenes. They would talk to you about like what's going on in the story and stuff, like something that your Palico would never really approach ever. Like yeah, you would have like dialogue with like, you know, hey Meowster, like check this out over here and shit like that. But like it was never really anything that would like, you know, personally connect your Hunter and the Palico in terms of like the story.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know. I would love to see something like that again, but I know that people would complain because they can't make their own cats and dogs and stuff, which I totally understand. But like, I don't know. Do you guys think we'll ever get a dynamic like with like companions like Cha-Cha and Kayamba ever again in the series?
I don't
I think they could do
so.
it. I think they could, though.
but I really
'Cause
want
I-
them to, but I
Mm.
don't.
If you think of it like this, it's gonna be a really poor example, but hear me out, right?
Go for it, dude. Yeah.
For World, right, we had the handler,
Mhm.
and if you replace the handler with a tiny baby Jagras who loves to eat and run around everywhere but doesn't want to stop talking to you and doesn't leave you alone, I think it'd be like infinitely better, right? But
Wait, what
I don't know.
what I'm insinuating from this is that you want the quest giver to be a Jagras.
yeah, all right, I'll double down. Yeah, that's what I want. I want it to be a Dodogama. I want to be a Dodogama that wants to eat everything, and it doesn't matter what he does because he's just freaking precious. All right, but I don't want the handler to be there all the time down my neck, going, "Are you gonna do this yet? Are you gonna do this yet? I'm gonna go and get in trouble now."
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of a double-edged sword, right? Because like on one hand,
Yeah,
you get
yeah,
like
yeah.
the interpersonal relationship between, you know, Cha-Cha and Kayamba and your Hunter with the story, but then on the other hand,
Yeah,
you can't create your cat. And
Yeah.
I think
mean,
just like the
to
fact
be
of
fair though, I only cared about my cat until I made like my one or two perfect like cats that I really liked, and at this point in the game, I don't even bring them.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I don't have that connection with them. I think it's like I'm glad I made this insignificance for da 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 da, but I don't want them anymore.
just
You know, for
floating
Chacha
away
and
from
Kayamba,
now.
I always want them there. I made
Dude,
cats
yeah.
just for Chacha and Kayamba to make them and be there
Yeah.
with me, but I don't actually use them. I just do that in like in for remembrance, I guess. Not that they died, but like in like, you know what I mean, like in symbolism, whatever.
Yeah. How about
Yeah,
you?
I don't know.
How about you, Forrest?
It's just like at this point in, especially like in GU, like they're just downstairs working away at the farm or like training, so I can get that stupid badge for my like or stupid award for my guild card because
Yeah.
you know um I don't use them. They end up just like distracting the monster during a hunt at this point, or like even in world, like I just used to get really annoyed at them because like in GU, your cap will at least smack you out of like if you're stunned or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
or like if you're asleep or whatever. But in world, they'll just stand there and stare at you as you're being torn
No.
apart.
They don't stand there and stare at you. They'll walk by your stunned body and do this.
Yeah, exactly.
And they'll look back at you and just debate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You deserved
Eh.
it. Like it's
Yeah.
your fault.
So it's just kind of like, nah, I would love to see, a closer relationship again with like, you know, some significance, but it's like again in Rise, like you're always swapping out your Palicos or Palamutes or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
No.
I think that's why I like
Oh.
Naviru. Naviru can be kind of annoying to everybody.
I
Like how a lot of people don't like the handler, but a lot of people don't like Naviru. But Naviru could do like darn near anything in this game, and I still wouldn't
Yeah.
hate him. I think that's the
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah.
Like that's why I'm saying like it could be a Dodogama or whatever. And I don't care if he got in trouble. I'll be there for him no matter what. I'll be there in a
What if-
heartbeat and save him.
What if there's like at one point that, because you know in World how you can like dress your Poogie and stuff. What if you're like actually able to bring your Poogie along with you at some point?
I want a Poogie handler. Forget it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey Pard gets translated to oink oink.
Yeah, it's just oink oink. Yeah,
oink.
whatever
Yeah.
you say, buddy.
Yeah.
I'll
Oink oink
go.
Pard.
I'll do it.
Oh my god.
I think it says a lot in the fact that like I have no problem leaving my Palico behind, but like I would feel
Mhm.
bad if I had to leave Cha-Cha and Kayamba behind for a
Yeah.
hunt. Like, I feel
Exactly.
actually
Yeah.
bad. Like, oh, they're so excited and amped up to hunt. Meanwhile, my cat's just like, oh, go sit in camp,
Yeah,
do whatever you were
Yeah, I'll
doing.
just do whatever.
Yeah. And it's like a cat that like I put personal investment in because like I'm gearing my cat myself and I created them from a character creator, you know? So it's
Yeah.
like you would think that would make it so that the player has a more personal relationship. And maybe like it's because I didn't like create my cat based on like a real life cat that I had or something. I don't know. Like other people obviously feel differently about this, but like for me personally, like even with a character that I made myself, I have less of an attachment to them than I do with these two shakalaka kids who are just
Yeah.
like, you know, making like adorable little sounds while they're hunting, you know?
I was gonna say that's actually one of the big things I really loved about them. The random
Yeah, like
that's random screams from that.
you're just hunting and then like you just hear like Hayama go like, yeah, and you're just like, oh
I love
yeah,
that
you
crap,
go get him, buddy, you get him,
You
get
do
him.
it. You're doing great.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
God.
like even when it came to Rise, like there were some cats and palicos that I tried to name after like chat members or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then it's just kind of like turning into a case of like, eat shit. You know, when I see like the palico
Yeah.
card or whatever, you know,
It's also just the sheer quantity of cats and dogs that you get in Rise as
Yeah.
well, and GU as well. Like the sheer quantity of palicos you get, it's just like, yeah, you just don't get a relationship with them at all.
nah.
You know, like don't build a rapport, even with like your ace cat, you know, your main cat. It's like you're still like, you know, you're just another cat to me. Give me my shakalaka kids. Am I being racist?
No.
Am I being Monster Hunter racist right now against
No,
palicos?
I don't think so.
Like I'm a shakalaka favoritist.
That's up to you to decide.
Play favoritism with my shakalaka kids. Yeah.
Oh man.
We need like Monster Hunter 6 to have like it's a cutscene where our hunter's struggling against like a monster, and then out of
They just
nowhere
come in to save us.
they come in to save us, but they're older. They're older. They're like
Yeah.
they're in like
Seen
buff
it.
bodies, like buff like grown adult bodies with like the mask, but they still sound the same.
With like the spear of Zeus, just
Yeah.
one shots the monster going, I'm here to help.
God.
Oh my god. I would definitely love to have like Cha-Cha and Kamba back and do like,
Oh my! I just realized
some sort of continuation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just realized
Mhm.
I forgot about the best part about Cha-Cha is the fact that he calls you his minion.
yeah.
You're right.
He's the lead one. He's the lead. You're just his follower. You know?
Yeah.
You're his Palico.
Oh my god, that's the same thing for Navi. Oh my god, that's why I like Navi.
Wait, does Naviru do that? Naviru
I
doesn't
mean,
do
he
that,
just-
does he?
No, but he's just kind of like, no, but I'm the hero. You're
I
just
think-
kind of here.
I think
Naviru's-
Naviru.
Like he's so amazing
Uh.
because every single time you see him, he's always on some sort of pedestal.
Literally.
It's
He's
like, it
always
doesn't
bragging
matter
and no
where.
one just pays attention to him.
Do you know how far I could just punt Naviru? Just pick him up and like a dodgeball, you know?
But he'll be punted the farthest because he's the best.
Yeah.
There's always something to brag with him, bro.
I don't know. I think my favorite moment of Naviru, and granted I haven't finished stories 2, but like my favorite moment was when just Alwyn was no selling his jokes. Because it's just like
Yeah.
Naviru just can't
Yeah.
believe that someone isn't able to take his bullshit. And I was like, yep.
So funny though, dude, with the freaking
Like
get it.
Donut.
Get it?
And Alwyn's just looking at Naviru like, "Are you stupid? What's wrong with you?"
Like the
Hello?
literal best thing, dude.
God.
I think
I just-
yeah, I don't like Alwyn in battle, but like as a character, he's pretty good.
Oh yeah, Alwyn's weird and kind of like one of the weakest characters to freaking take along with you later in the game.
Yeah, why the crap does he get the OP Legiana? What
Yeah,
the crap?
Legiana is so cool. I love Legiana.
You're not partnered with him. You're partnered with the freaking monster, dude. Crap. That guy did work. He was carrying me, or the Legiana was carrying me in the fights. I was like, ooh.
Plus, he makes your
Yeah.
turns.
What does he do?
Plus, he makes your turn sequences go longer because he's using bow, so he has to get his stupid
I
power shot
know.
off.
Charge and stuff. Yeah.
It's like, oh come on, man! I just want to get through these battles quickly, and you gotta get in your cheeky little power shot. Get out of here.
Yeah. God.
I should
Oh.
revisit Monster Hunter Stories.
I
too,
was
though.
about to just
You
say the same thing.
should.
Like,
Has it
dang, I
been
didn't finish
has it
it.
been enough of a grace period where I'm not sick of it anymore?
Please. We haven't talked about it.
Well, there's not
Oh my
really
God,
much to
alright,
talk
so-
about with it. Is
There
there?
Cam and I were
though.
both gonna finish stories. We're gonna both finish stories this week. And then we
No,
have something to
no,
complain
no, no,
about
no, no,
next
no,
week.
no! Don't put that on me. Don't put that on me.
Oh.
Just like finish stories on like a time where I can't make it to the podcast, so then you guys talk about it when I'm not here.
Yeah, then we become the stories experts.
Yeah.
You know, like what, Forrest? What do you mean you didn't know about the kinship values
Oh, yeah.
behind a
She's not even here
Barrioff's
to input
hidden
anything.
value, huh? I was watching your stories too stream, Forrest, and I noticed the way you built your Nargacuga. You prioritized the wrong stats. Like, what was going on there, huh? You care to explain?
But I mean, look, it's unique, okay?
It's my
You know, if you're trying to
Nargacuga.
optimize on damage, you should go with Silver Win.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
yeah. Why are you using your Tigrex like that? You know you could optimize it better if you had it with this bingo bonus instead. You know.
Oh my God, freaking.
I have to do the bingo crap again.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Yep.
think that's like it was between that and having the compulsion to go into dens constantly, even though I didn't want to, and having to worry about the whatever the right of channeling or whatever.
Again, don't worry about the dens. Just focus on the story.
Yeah, like honestly, like I like any
Like-
monster that I want to get, I think I would just encounter them in the open
Again,
world.
like chances are the monsters that you're using right now, 100% are going to be replaced by the endgame monster.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
Excuse
say
you,
that.
my Palamute is freaking OP, bro. I spent so
fine, you
much
can use
time on
that.
that guy.
Well,
And that
wait,
Nergigante I got, bro.
wait,
Product, you haven't seen anything yet.
are,
No,
are,
no. I got a rainbow Nergi on the first try.
All right.
Is this
well,
is this one of those
okay.
situations where it's just like all 6 of your monsters are other than Dread? Well, no, I guess you can replace the Dreadwing or Raisewing Ratha, but like
Dreadwing sounds kind of scary, or what the crap?
whatever the hell it's Raisewing, right?
Yeah.
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 Is this one of those situations where it's like all 6 of your monsters are just deviants?
Well.
I
That's a-
want 70
that's a
help.
yes. It's like, what's your team? Oh, it's Grimclaw, Silverwind, Hellblade, Soulseer,
Oh.
Bolt Reaver, and Elder Frost. Yeah, that's everyone's party.
Well,
That's
No,
everyone's
I'm
party.
just gonna have 6 Hellblades. That's all I'll do.
you know,
mean,
I
you
think
could.
Gimp was actually doing that for a while.
6
I really would
Hellblades.
do that.
Yeah.
I really would do that.
God.
Just so much for that type variation. Holy shit.
Well,
That's like
I
So
mean, you
many monsters to choose from.
oh man. Hellblade.
What should I
Oh, I could
pick?
go with this Hellblade. Ah, but this Hellblade, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
It's my Hellblade.
yeah,
This
exactly.
this
Mine being
Hellblade can breathe ice.
me.
It's not a thing in this game, which makes me sad. My friend was telling me that the innate element takes precedence. So like trying to make like say a Bracky have like an ice punch versus like a blast attack or whatever
Mm-hmm.
is more difficult or something, and it's like not
It's-
worth
Yeah.
investing in.
Just a lot more farming for less reward.
Yeah, I feel like that's false
Yeah.
advertising. Cause like, yeah, the game was even like, yeah, give like your Lagambi fire breath, make it
Yeah.
like really flexible, but like the game is actually like, no, actually don't do that. That's stupid. What are you doing, you
I
idiot?
just mainly when it comes to it, I just want to see like the monster change colors, you know?
Mm.
Because when you change its like primary element, it changes to that
It's too much.
element's
It's
color.
too many color palettes for
And
monsters. We're too lazy.
but I think it's cool.
Yeah. Plus,
But
subspecies are already kind of a thing, so
yeah, that's true.
it's like you already have that variation to a degree.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. Maybe Monster Hunter Stories 3 will hook me in better than Stories 2 did. I really like. I'm not lying. Like I genuinely enjoyed my first few hours of Stories 2, but then like nothing changed really with the game at
It's
all.
just back and forths,
Yeah.
and then oh hey, new guy, new egg, cool.
And
back and forth.
and the story wasn't captivating enough to the point where I was just like, I want to know what happens next, you know?
Do you remember where you got to again?
I just finished the Kazoo quest.
Hey,
And
you stop right there.
I met the Royal Gammoth.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
like, yeah, that's
yeah, I
where
remember
I
you doing
stopped.
that.
Yeah, and it pushed my shit in.
Yeah.
Yeah. It did that.
Yeah. I mean, but like I did enjoy like the first
felt
few
that one
hours of the
too.
game. The first few hours of the game, I enjoyed it thoroughly. But then it's like all that fun was front loaded, and then there was like none left over for the middle portion. So I was like, oh man, this is serious burnout right here.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like the story does get better as you progress, but it's kind of yeah. You meet new monsters throughout the main story quest and you unlock more of that, but yeah,
Mhm.
it's a lot of just I don't know.
It also didn't help that the game just like spoils Nergigante and Velkhana and all the deviants for me already in like the promotional materials. Because like
Yeah.
if I had met like Nergigante or Velkhana naturally without knowing they were in the game, I would have marked the fuck out because I love Nergigante and Velkhana, like two of my favorite Elder Dragons in the entire series.
Yeah, I don't see why they did that, to be honest. It would have been really cool
Or
to discover
when
that.
you update your game, it immediately says, "Oh hey, and we're including these two big things right after this
Exactly.
even larger event." And I'm
Exactly.
like, why would you tell me that right here in the? But I haven't even got.
I
what the-
feel like I feel like, and this could be an entirely
Oh.
different discussion topic in and of itself, but like I feel like Capcom sometimes feels afraid that if they don't reveal a certain monster to longtime players, that they're not gonna want to play it. You know what I
Probably.
mean? Like Monster Hunter Rise, they like revealed like fucking near every single
Everything.
monster except for Ibushi and Narwa. And it's like,
Not
well,
that there's many, I guess.
I would have
but
liked to have seen Zenogre for the first time, like at it, or Rajang, you
naturally.
know. But
Yeah.
like they all got revealed in like pre-release stuff because like I don't know, it's like, oh god, if we don't show them Zenogre, they're not gonna want to play the game, guys. Come on.
I think the two things that I realized were that for one, if you take example for I don't know if anybody watched like the what was it called? The Broly movie for like Dragon Ball Z. Like even in the trailer for the Dragon Ball Z movie,
I heard
they
about
had
this. Yeah.
showed a big character reveal, and I was like, huh. I wonder why they would have wasted it in a trailer. It would have been cool, but like if everybody went to that movie theater,
Yeah, because
and
it
all of a
wasn't.
sudden that happened, we would have been like, yo, let's go.
Because it was a character that people only thought was in GT.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And when I compare that for like say this series, right? In the beginning of Monster, and I believe like they kept Fatalis to like a lore specific in-game lore specific like thing where it's only the players and the fans of this game knew of it. Those
all the
who fought it.
yeah,
and
all the Black Dragons. Yeah, that
it
applied to all
was
the Black
just a
Dragons. Yeah.
community thing.
Yeah.
And they didn't advertise it, they didn't sell merch for it, but we all just knew, or not we like I did, but all of us as the community knew about it. And then they slowly started releasing those restraints, and now they're just like blowing it out the water with Fatalis for everything.
Yeah.
But I think that because that now their marketing is, oh, if we don't talk about it, nobody will get hyped for it.
Mhm.
But for those people who had that special moment of like, yo, this crazy thing,
Yeah.
and then everyone's like, yo, this is nuts. Like if we didn't like capitalize on like whatever other monsters in the game, then nobody will want to buy the game. When really we probably still will because we want to have those genuine surprises.
Mhm.
And now all the updates are, oh hey, we're gonna tell you everything that's coming in the game. Nothing's a surprise anymore. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like, That's why when Valtrax out, randomly appeared, I was like, what the crap? Let's
yeah.
do this. Like I was
Yeah.
like, and then the fight was really good.
Or like
Well, it's like,
Basil Goose wasn't revealed.
yeah, Basil
Mhm,
was never said about being in the game, so
Yeah. It just
And then
sucked
he
that
just-
it got spoiled in a different way when I talked to the village elder, and he's like, "Oh yeah, by
Yeah.
the way, here's a new quest with a fucking Basil Goose in it." I'm like, "Excuse me, what?
where?
What?
That's
Huh?"
like the coolest thing, and like I think people will get even more hype when they don't even know that it's there, because then they'll hear it from somebody.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Or they'll see a thumbnail and they're like, "What the crap is this?" They'll check it out and then they'll do it themselves.
Could you imagine
Oh.
in the Fatalis trailer if it like they didn't say Fatalis at all, they didn't reveal Fatalis what it looked like. They didn't even have like the word Fatalis there. It was just like it's just this cutscene that you're seeing now with like the
Calamity or
preamble,
something.
and then you see a castle, and then that's it. That's the next
Yeah.
update, guys. Look forward to it. I think that
Just
has so
this
much more
area
intrigue
alone.
behind it. Like longtime Monster Hunter players would probably see this trailer and be like, "That's Fatalis," you know. But
Mhm.
even with that knowledge, like you see like the crumbling, don't even show the silhouette of the monster or the tail. Just show like the
More
castle
smoke
crumbling and stuff
just
in
see
the smoke.
crumbling. Yeah.
Yeah. And like even with that knowledge from longtime Monster Hunter fans, I still think the payoff of like finally seeing Fatalis for the first time rendered in World's Engine when you're playing it personally is like I think that has a lot more impact than like, seeing it in a trailer like this.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Who am I? I don't work in Capcom's marketing team. Like,
But I think you know marketing though.
I
right?
I do work in marketing. I don't work on marketing for Capcom. I do wish I do. I did.
Yeah.
You know what? The Iceborne trailers were doing though, right? Like, where at the end of the trailer they would like tease the next monster that would be in the next trailer. Like, why even show the monster? Just tease it and be done. You know?
Yeah.
I'd rather that than just like revealing it. You know?
Mhm.
I think if they did the trailers in the way that it's like right before the monster reveal. So like I think if I remember correctly for for Zenogre in World, or like the Garuga in World, like in the Guiding Lands type of thing,
Yeah.
they started cutting to like the little bugs or whatever, right? Or like the slight glow or whatever.
Mhm.
Or for the Garuga, it was something else for the Garuga, I forgot. But like they had different cutaways right before the monster was introduced. I'd rather have those cutscenes there rather than being told like beforehand. Oh hey, Zenogre's and Guiding Lands. Go fight it there, and like
Yeah.
them tell me I have to fight that.
Like-
You know what I mean?
So the Zenogre reveal trailer just to me screams reactionary by Capcom. Because like Zenogre and
It's fan favorite.
Yan Garuga are like functionally kind of the same. In terms of like Iceborne, right? In that there are two endgame monsters that are only fought in the Guiding Lands, right?
Yeah.
So it's like why would Zenogre have a trailer but not Yan Garuga? Well, it's because Zenogre's the popular one, and we have to let the people know we're afraid that people aren't gonna buy Iceborne if Zenogre's not in the game. You know, like imagine if they just showed this stuff, but they didn't show Zenogre at all, right?
That would have
be
been
really
neat.
cool.
I would have still been like, no, I know what's coming.
like we know it's Zenogre, but we like also we kind of like we don't see it at all. But like people would know that it's Zenogre, right? But it's
Yeah.
like I definitely do feel Capcom's like afraid that like, oh god, they're not gonna buy it if Zenogre's not in the game, guys. You reveal it now, even though it's an end game thing. Do you guys remember how Yan Garuga was revealed?
I thought he walked up or some crap.
Well, like in the promotional materials. I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't remember that one.
It was
I
so
don't
it didn't get its own trailer, but it appeared for like a split second in one of the commercials, like just like one of the scenes where it's like screaming at the camera, and people were like, "Oh, I guess Yan Garuga's in the game." Okay,
Great.
and that's how Yan Garuga got spoiled for everyone. That's like an even worse case because like it didn't even get its own trailer. Like at least in its own in a monster's trailer, it's like all that shit's like showcased in a cool way. But Yan Garuga was like showcased in like a montage of monsters, and it just like screamed at the camera, you know.
Mhm.
Yan Garuga got dirty.
Really did.
Yeah. But like, oh my god, imagine seeing this cutscene for the first time when you played World, you know?
And you
I
had
know.
no idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like that shock and awe from the surprise of it will do you more, like, or will get a better like review than, oh, I guess this is coming my way. I guess I'll try it. Still be like, wow, that's cool, but I already knew something was coming. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah.
I think it'd been scarier if, like, even for raging, or no, furious Rajang, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you were just told, hey, there's something weird going on in guiding, go check out this lava-esque area, and then all of a sudden, when the whole
Yeah.
fight in crap, and that, I would have been like, yo, what the crap? Like, that would have been scary because that guy
I
is hard.
know. Because it's like,
Or
even in the game,
yeah.
like, the game tries to be like, oh, you have to go investigate this thing. What's
Mm.
the, we're not going to display what the monster is, but it's like, we already
Yeah.
know. You already spoiled it. Don't play coy.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah,
freaking
that's
own up
another
to it.
thing. That's another thing that I want like new monster quests in the Monster Hunter games to do is like instead of telling you what the monster is beforehand, if you've never encountered it, just make it like hunt question mark question mark question mark
Yeah.
and keep it as question mark question mark question mark until you actually see the monster.
Yeah.
Was that not a thing before?
Well, it was like the map icon would be a question mark, but like in the quest style,
Yeah.
like if you were going to fight Namiel, for example, it would have Namiel and it would show the icon of Namiel in the quest book.
Oh yeah, well, you can't
Mhm.
highlight it as a target until
Yeah.
you see it for the first. Yeah.
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 You,
So,
so like I have like an unoriginal idea that was done in Pokemon Black and White. Have you guys played Pokemon Black and White?
Nope.
So something that Pokemon Black and
Uh.
White did, and it's something that I want the next Monster Hunter game to do, which I know for a fact that they would never do this. But like something that I would want them to do. So what Pokemon Black and White did was all the Pokemon you encountered in your initial playthrough before you beat the Elite Four, all of them were new to the region. There was not a single Pokemon that was in a previous generation in that playthrough. It's only after you beat the Elite Four do you have access to areas with older Pokemon in them. I want the next Monster Hunter to do that. I want all the endgame monsters to be classic monsters. Like
Yeah.
classic flagship monsters, and all the monsters leading up to like the final story boss are new. Brand new. I
mean,
like
Oh, I guess they already did it in this game. I was gonna say, like, for Rise, like, technically they did show a bunch of new stuff, but I mean we already
Yep.
know that there's old stuff. But
you don't fight
Kind
Rathalos
of,
until after the
kinda.
credits in Monster Hunter Rise.
It's kind of like that, right?
Yeah,
kinda.
like kind of. Yeah, you're actually kind of right. Because yeah, you don't fight Rathalos until after the credits in Monster Hunter Rise. Do you guys remember that? You fight Magnamalo
Yeah.
first, and when you beat
That's
Magnamalo, credits roll in the village, and then you get the
Yeah.
Rathalos quest. So yeah, I guess Monster Hunter Rise did kind of do that. It's just
But
that
it's
like
super short, that one was like, again, they cut out so many extra quests that I guess that's why it didn't feel as much to us.
yeah,
They said, hey, you can do whatever quest you want for these keys, and everyone just did the easiest ones to get through the quest, and then it's just kind of like, oh, okay, I know what to do now.
No, but like, I think I'm gonna say something like really bizarre that I know they would never in a million years do, but like, don't even reveal Rathalos. Like, don't even have Rathalos in a trailer. Like, have the first time the players see Rathalos be after they kill the final story quest. You know, like here's Tam's weird idea for the next Monster Hunter game. Is like have it take place in some other continent, like an Australia analog. You know, like just like a smaller island continent that's disconnected from the new world, disconnected from the old world. It's just its own thing, and all the monsters there are like you don't find them anywhere else in the world of Monster Hunter. You know. So like you're fighting all these weird like kangaroo monsters and giant camel spider monsters, in this Australia land. And then after you kill the final boss, then it's like, what the heck? All of these other monsters we've never seen are migrating in. Can you go investigate this mystery monster? You go to the volcano region, you investigate this mystery monster. Holy shit, it's a Rathalos! We know what a Rathalos is, but like we've never seen one in this area before. You know?
Oh damn.
Like that would be my dream in terms of like just I don't know. I'm really into games playing with players' nostalgia like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that
I mean,
something that like you guys
No,
vibe
I've
with?
noticed that you've like done that a lot with like Final Fantasy and everything as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like for like callbacks to previous games or whatever, you're like, oh, this was a thing. Oh, this no, that's perfectly cool. I
Yeah.
love it when games do that and kind of like give a nod to like, previous entries and everything,
Yeah.
previous titles.
I don't know, but like Karada, would you be like would you vibe with like a Monster Hunter game that doesn't market like it totally has like Rathalos and
Monsters.
Tigrex in it, but like they don't reveal them at all.
So it'll be like the complete opposite. Well, they'll market. Oh,
Yeah,
hey,
they
these are
market all the
new
new monsters,
in
yep.
Monster Hunter 6.
Exactly.
And then I beat the game's main story. I get a passport and I can travel back in time. And
Yeah,
check the old
exactly.
stuff.
Essentially,
It's
yeah.
so backwards, but that'd be kind of cool too, because you can just do everything and anything, but like
And-
after you've already experienced all the new stuff.
Yeah, like I people are probably gonna call me fucking crazy for that idea, but like
No,
I
I
don't
mean
know.
that's
It's
kind of
like-
like a fun idea. I would be about that. I
like
would do it.
I love those like off the wall ideas, which is why I really like wyvern riding and underwater and all that shit. I mean, if it's done
Yeah.
well, then they're really cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know. This would like
I
take
think
it
it'd
to
be
a whole
about that one. That's a cool idea though. I mean, I know you said that Pokemon had their version of it, but I think it'd still be pretty neat to do it
Yeah,
that
I think
way,
for
too.
Pokemon it was really cool because like I think it was like other than Pikachu, because of course you gotta have Pikachu, but like other than Pikachu, I think like literally every monster that you encountered before you beat the Elite Four, every Pokemon rather, I guess they're technically monsters, pocket monsters. Every Pokemon you encountered was like new to the region, like
Yeah.
so it's like every route you're like, oh shit, I don't know like what new Pokemon are gonna be here. There's no like familiar like Zubats or Geodudes that you're gonna meet in caves. It's going to be it was so like on the nose of what they were doing to the point where the Zubat analog was named Woobat. You know,
Yeah.
Woobat? Woobat. It had like a heart stamp on its
Mhm.
nose and everything. Yeah, it was like it's like the
The
complete opposite
Oob.
of a Zubat, because like a Zubat's like this horrifying, terrifying nightmare creature, and a
Yeah.
Woobat's like, I just want to give you a kiss.
Oh man.
But
I wonder if they will do something like that. That's kind of a cool idea.
I don't know. I don't know if they're ever gonna do that, because Capcom seems really hell bent on just revealing everything in a Monster Hunter game before it comes out.
Yeah.
So
Maybe it'll be like instead of a Capcom game, maybe it'll be like a fan made game. Somebody might actually make it.
a fan made monster, isn't that just Dauntless? Isn't that a fan made Monster Hunter? I'm so mean to Dauntless. I've never played it.
Here's the weird thing. Dauntless was not great, but
Okay.
it at least had like 2 or 3 of those behemoths I liked fighting.
Uh-huh.
At least one of them was the most amazing fight with the teleporting laser freaking show of Valamir or whatever. This giant
no idea.
beetle that teleports everywhere and like exclusively uses AoEs. And it is just such a nuts fight that I was like, this is probably the most fun I'll have with this game.
Someone
And
needs to
that's, like,
send
the only one I've had fun with.
someone needs to send someone at Capcom like a copy of Dauntless so that they can play and just steal ideas.
I want a
Steal.
teleporting monster.
Yeah.
And just
What's
I want
do
like
we have
Valamir to
teleport?
come to
I guess
Monster Hunter.
I guess the closest thing to like a teleporting monster is like Chameleos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It like it
But this guy was
teleports,
more
but not really.
abrupt. This guy's more abrupt. Like he'll just
Like it's literally
one
like
too.
like what was it called, like instant transmission.
yeah.
Yeah, like just like yeah. I don't know if they'll ever do that in Monster Hunter. They really try to avoid like very magical stuff. Like throwing
Yeah.
fireballs and summoning lightning bolts from the sky, like that's fine,
Well-
but like displacing your physical entity and transporting it into another space in space-time? No.
Well, even with Chameleos, like it's almost like they poke fun at it, because it's like they give you like all the weapons and armor that are kind of like mystical and mage-like or whatever,
Oh yeah, yeah.
as if they're like mocking themselves or something. Like, yeah, this is like as magical as it's gonna get in this game.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know. Someday we'll have Monster Hunter magic. Literally, like a Gauss Haragba has like a magic wand. And it
We
turns.
already have the Witcher thing.
That's true.
That's
That's true.
true.
That's
Yeah.
I think that's as
just a
close as we
cosplay
get to dealing magic, but that's the only
Or well,
quest that we do it on.
Behemoth.
you know?
Behemoth also literally casts spells to the point where the game literally
Yeah.
says that it's casting spells.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's like us as a hunter. Like after we beat like Behemoth, all of a sudden we can summon Charybdis. You know what I mean? That'd be
Yeah.
kind of nuts.
I'm really.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is that in Final Fantasy XIV, magic is cast because you're drawing from the ether from the from Hydaelyn, from the
Yeah.
world. So how the hell is Behemoth casting spells from Monster
Purring.
Hunter?
You don't see all of those the crystals.
I mean, yeah, it has
I guess
the
so.
crystals
The
there.
Elder's
There's a bunch of
Recess has
crystals.
like, yeah, maybe it's like whatever. We just hand wave
Yeah,
it.
who
It's just
knows?
like it's using the ether from the crystals and the Elder's Recess, and it has like dragon energy, and that's why it inflicts dragon blood. I don't
it just brought its portable charger with it.
know. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. It has a pocket crystal that it just keeps with it. That brought in.
God.
Well, you know, that one Kulu Yaku picked up managed to find a crystal from,
That is
I know,
true.
and so
That is
who knows?
true.
and for some reason it made it grow.
Yeah, I never understood that, but it's
I
Yeah.
think that was more for fun, and honestly, for me, that was like one of the more fun quests in Monster Hunter. I loved fighting that thing, and I'm sad you only do it like that one time. Honestly,
Yeah.
yeah.
I could play that crap like over and over again. To be honest, I
It's
could do
just
that.
like the chocobo theme while chasing after this growing Hulu. While there's a Baroth like chasing after you guys.
And then Cactuar's fucking like one hit KO.
Yeah, you make that one accident and hit that thing, and you're like, oh crap.
Oh no!
Oh no! There's
No
even
way!
I think there's even like an AOE marker around it, isn't there?
I think
In Monster Hunter
maybe?
World? They I
don't
think there's
remember an AoE
actually
marker.
like an AOE mark. I don't know. I'm probably just I'm probably just
I mean, you
tripping
can
right
kind
now.
of see the area in which you're gonna get hit by those needles. Maybe
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I think that's about it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Am I able to do the Rathalos quest soon?
No.
Actually,
You have to get through the main story of Stormblood.
I thought it was.
But that's so far.
That is.
Well,
You're dumping so much time into that, and
Like,
you're
you
not
said
even
that I have
there.
to be level 70, and I'm level
Yeah.
70 now, and I have to freaking go through stuff.
Oh no, I have to go through this incredibly good story. Oh no.
Whatever shall I do?
That's the thing with Final Fantasy XIV. It's like, oh my gosh, I have to do all this good content in order to access the content I want to do. Oh, come on, game.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a beautiful
Rough.
game. Beautiful game.
I'm like, oh, it's a darn shame that I'm not even picking it up yet. I thought about doing it today. I was like,
I know. I was
in my
asking
head, I
you,
was just like,
Still
that's
time.
so far away for the Rathalos, and I would still want one.
Okay. You'll get there.
It's one of the mounts I want, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to go that far into the game.
Oh my god.
Well, it's like, let
I
me know.
wanted the boost.
No.
I'm so sick of the Rathalos fight now because I have to do 50 of them to get them out.
Oh, that's fair.
I'm so
Then
sick
I'll
of it.
need to do it.
Yeah, or you'll get lucky and like it'll just drop from the fight. I didn't get out of 50
Yeah, I'll
runs, it
probably
didn't
get
drop
lucky.
once.
Oh god.
So that
was,
means
like, when I
that
was-
yeah.
that was like my bad luck when it came to like Leviathan or whatever. Because Jika was helping me with all of the different EX runs for the whistle, and I actually got really lucky. I got like 2 in a row
Jeez.
on our first try. And then I was like, all right, there we go. And I was missing Leviathan. I completely forgot about Leviathan. And then we had to do it for like 30 tries. It was ridiculous.
Mm.
I got better at the fight, but God, it was awful.
How long was like a run through?
Probably like 2
Oh, we
minutes
were-
or so.
Yeah, it's like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It doesn't take very long, but it's still kind of like at the same time, all right, it's the same fight over and over again, same, whatever. The fight's cool, but when you do it 30 times and you're waiting for the one whistle to drop, it's like, oh my god.
At least with
please.
Monster Hunter farming, there's like some variation to the hunts because like
Yeah.
you know, you can like bring different weapons with you, and the monster might behave
Exactly.
differently. In FF14,
then
it's like it's a script.
Same
All
mechanic.
the same script,
Yeah,
Same
yeah,
mechanic. You go to one side of the area, so
Yep.
because Leviathan's gonna destroy the fences, and then he's gonna try to push
Yep.
you off, and
Yep.
it's like if you get pushed off, you can't fight the entire time because he can't get revived, and it's
Yeah. Still a great game.
it's
Don't
still a
get me
good game, but
Just-
my god, the mount farming.
Totally different when you have to farm a trial.
Yeah.
Yeah, as
Which
opposed to
I'm
like
gonna
farming for like a gem in Monster Hunter. Totally different dynamic. But
Yeah.
all right, well, I think that's a podcast. What do you guys think?
I think that's
Yeah.
Is that a podcast? Is it?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Okay, well, it's
I was just thinking about Final Fantasy again. I'm like, oh, now I have to think about grinding
Yeah.
for crap. I
I
hate grinding.
I hate it so much. But just reminding folks that next week's podcast will be on Forest's channel, twitch.tv/ForestRaider. And then after that, we're going to go back to the main channel. We only did this for these 3 weeks because we wanted more people to funnel into the main channel. And we noticed people were having trouble finding it. So in this way, we get to push you guys towards the main channel from our individual channels. So get going over there and give it a follow, if you will. But as for us, Karada, where can people find you?
Twitch.tv. Oh, here. What the crap? You're right here.
Right here. Twitch.tv/Karada-sama.
I'm here. What do you want me
Forrest, where can people find you?
At twitch.tv/ForestRaider.
And that's where the podcast is going to be next week. You can find me at twitch.tv/tamjamming. We stream fairly often. I stream on the weekends, but these two stream fairly often as well. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see you guys next week though with more whatever the hell we do on here. Manchty Hunty. Yeah, we'll be able to talk about the Rush event because that'll be out by
we've
then.
done it already.
Yeah. All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Thanks. Bye.
See?